Ellos eres mi favorita.
We live? Okay, we live. What's up, LJ?
What's
LJ in the
going on?
building.
What's up with you? What's up with y'all, man?
Oh yeah, he came out for the pod today. Although
Hey.
you drove a minute, right?
A minute, some change.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
For real.
Yeah, make sure you remind me. I'm gonna get you some lunch.
Hey, man.
Big round of applause for LJ. Hey.
You already know.
Okay, so we cut you off from a story because it sounded too good. It was material, so we cut you off from what you were just saying before we started recording.
Oh, God. Now it got to be good now.
Yeah. Well, it just sounded interesting. Someone apparently, knew about the podcast or something already.
Yeah. And I was basically telling him about you, and we was talking about you before. I was driving up here. He's my homie, my K North. It's part of Cookout or whatever. And
At K North.
K North Beats, yeah.
At K North Beats.
That's my brother right there. But we was talking. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be in the podcast with Marita and Kit." And he was like, "Kit." I was like, "Yeah, you remember that song that we dropped in the on the Cookout? It was called Slide." And he was like, "Wait, so that's Kit?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "I thought he was black." I was like, "No, I said he's a white dude. I said he chill though. He's a chill white dude. I tell you." Not saying that all white dudes not chill. I'm just saying he's
I know
a chill white dude.
I know a lot of white dudes that are not fucking chill.
Okay,
At
I mean,
Me
but
too.
I know a lot of black people that are not chill. So I mean, hey, you good? You good?
Oh man.
Well, yeah, but,
That's funny. Okay. Well, shout out K North. I am a white dude. Okay, so we'll just get right into it. I mean, what I like to do, especially in the beginning, since we are all up and coming together, I want to know about where does LJ come from? What was it like as a little LJ?
Oh man, I always dreamed of this question being asked to me. But yeah. So basically, I've always been interested in music. I mean, it's been a part of me. I say since I was like 1 or 2 years old. I mean, my dad, he played drums at a church. I come from a church family. Everybody was in the church. My dad played drums. All my aunts, I had 3 aunts on that side of the family that just sung. They just sing. And one of them played the organ, the keys, pretty much anything. She plays all that. But she plays a lot of hymnals and stuff like that. So I got a lot of range when it comes to just knowing music. And also being, my dad, his era was the 90s and in the early 2000s. So, he played a lot of Jay-Z, a lot of freaking Biggie Smalls, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and also too, he played a lot of like rock. Like it was just, he gave me a whole spectrum of music. And plus he used to have these speakers in the back of his car. You can hear him from a mile away. So I would be in the back just listening all the time. Everywhere he went, I went. So anytime he was playing music, I was listening. And I remember asking him this question right here. I said, "Dad, how are they making this music? What instrument is that?" Because I'm just used to drums, piano, bass, guitar, trumpets, stuff like that. And I'm like, how are they making these type of sounds? These sounds don't even sound like real instruments. I said, it's dope. I said, but how are they making these instruments? And he was like, "It's beats." He didn't know how else. I don't know how to tell you. It's just beats. And I'm like, beats? I mean, you mean a beat, a rhythm? I mean, like, seriously, this is how I'm thinking about it.
How old were you when you were like questioning this?
I was like maybe 5 or 6 years old. I was real young. And I didn't think nothing else about it, at that time I thought I was gonna be a professional drummer / football player, So, but really a professional drummer because I was really into drums. I mean, looking up YouTube videos on drums and everything. But I never forget, I was 13 years old and I was at IHOP with my family eating food, and I had an app on my phone,
Uh-huh.
and it was called U Loops or Pocket Band. It was Android, and kind of like GarageBand.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I don't even remember like downloading the app. Really, it just popped up on my phone, and I was like, "What is this?" So I started messing with it. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just messing with it, and then when I figured out it's something that you can make beats with, I was like, "Oh," I said, "This is fun." I kid you not, like from age 13 to like freaking 16 or 17 when I got my first computer, I was making beats on my phone. Like just straight making beats on my phone.
Did it have like I've seen ads for some now?
Yeah.
Did it have like a little pad?
I mean,
you go on
it
there?
didn't have more. It was more detailed actually. It had like where you can put you don't know what I'm talking about, piano roll, and you know
it was a DAW.
It was a DAW. Yeah, it was a DAW, and I mean at the time I didn't even know what I was doing, but I knew what was going on. If that makes sense, like you know how you had the parametric EQ, you know where you can pull things up, pull things down. I didn't even know what that was, but I knew if I pull this side down,
you can hear the
the difference. You can hear the bass going down, or if I pull this side up, you can hear the brightness coming up. You know, I didn't know anything about frequency range or anything like that, but it was something. It was basically getting me to know that. And then the whole drum machine where you put dots in different spaces. You know, I got to a point where I could look at a dot machine and tell you what it's going to sound like. Like, you know, I could tell you what it was going to sound like. And I was doing that at 14, 15 years old. So, you know, I feel like that app, that's what got me to thinking or got me to wanting to know or interested in making beats, you know. And as far as DangLJ is concerned, okay, so this is a funny story. I had ran through two names.
Uh-huh.
The first name, I kid you not, is horrible.
Let's hear it.
I kid you not, like that.
We got to know what the horrible
first
name was.
Name was just, but it was for its time though. I would say this, but my first name was Jizzle, L Jizzle.
Hey, I'm only calling you L Jizzle from now on.
Yo,
Jizzle.
L Jizzle, and then my
DangLJ is a way better
name. Right? Look, my cousin
DangLJ is a way better name.
My cousin came up to me and was like, "Do you even know what jizz is?"
Hey.
I was like, and when he did that, that's when it instantly died. I was like, I am not El Jizzle.
No, you're not.
He was like, even better than that. A jizzle is something that you wipe up jizz with.
Oh no!
I'm done. No, I can't.
He grabbed a shovel and said, "It's buried in time.
Done. I cannot be that."
El Jizzle has been buried.
Yeah, and it was a running joke in my family for a long time. People be like, "Jizzle," and I'm like,
"Yep,
you know." But then the next name came about, and this was actually my Instagram name, so I just went with that because I was just like, you know, whatever. It was my real government first name. I'm not gonna say my whole name because it's trash too. But middle name is crazy. I ain't gonna say it's trash. Shout out to my grandfather. It's his name, so I'm not gonna say it's trash. But
respect.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah.
But it's Jaren. You know, Jaren. That's my first name. It was that backwards, so it was Niraj.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's like, oh nah, he makes boom bap beats and
Hey, don't hate on the boom bap. Dude.
Look, before I realized I forgot you dibble dabble and everything, you know what I'm saying? But like solely, exclusively boom bap. That's just a deep name, like Niraj. Like he cannot
It's abstract.
Yeah.
Very...
You feel me? Like he probably frowned upon the trap, you know, that type of thing. I'm just being real. And so I'm like, nah, I can't. This is not. It's not rolling off the tongue, and people mispronounce it all the time. So it's like it's not gonna ride. You know, it's not gonna. Nobody's gonna look at that and pass it along because they can't even say it right.
Yeah,
you know. So
I can understand that. Reading it, I'm sure there's like 1,000 different ways to say
Niraj,
Niraji, yeah, Niraj. I mean, yeah. So it was like, nah. And my dad, he was even like, it's Niraj because if you say Niraj, you know what I'm saying, the J is not J, it's J. And I'm like, yeah, I got to change this because it's too much. It's too political at this point. Everybody got their own opinion. So I was like, what can I do? Now, meanwhile, this whole time I'm Niraj. My tag is DangLJ.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, but I'm still trying to figure out what my name is.
Well, it's been there the whole time,
right?
my friend.
And And actually, this is how it came apart too, because my little sister just walked in the room when I was making beats, and she was like, "DangLJ, you make lots of beats." That was the first tag. "DangLJ, you make lots of beats." I was like, "Say that again." So that was my tag. So somebody, I never forget, shout out to K North, because he put me on when it comes to local artists rapping on my beats. At first, I was just making beats. I didn't know how to even send them out. Even to this day, I need to do better with networking. But anyway, he put my beat. He let, I think, one of his homeboys use my beat, and just, no money involved, no type of royalties, nothing. He just rapped on it. I was just wanting somebody to rap on it, And on the little, title or whatever, he's like, the song is such and such, prod by DangLJ. And I'm like, that's my name.
There it is.
I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, my tag says it.
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't I thought of that? So it just takes, sometimes you just gotta see it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like we've all probably been through a few names. I feel like that really, honestly, is one of the more difficult parts of music. It's what do you settle on for a name? I mean, I guess for some people it might come easy, like, oh, maybe they've been called that their whole life or something.
Right.
Me. I've only had one name, Marita.
Really, the whole time.
Was because, dude, I made beats for so long, and I made music for so long without the intention of having anyone rap on them, but only out of the fun of doing it with my neighbor.
Exactly.
And that's who created my tag, my neighbor. So, like, we were just in the studio, drinking, whatever. And it was at a point where he was like, "Bro, your beats are dope, man. Like, you should really start trying to, get people to rap on them." And I was like, "You know what? You're right, but I need a tag." So our idea was to create a tag, but he was just in the booth and just saying a bunch of stuff. And literally, like, I still have the session to this day on my computer where it was the last thing he said, "Ayo, that's my friend Marita." And I was like, "Bro, that's it, bro. That shit hard as fuck, bro."
It is.
Hell yeah. But it just, but I'm sure, like, I feel like for a producer, it's probably easier to attach yourself to a name than it is for an artist. I mean, at least that would feel that way for me.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm gonna start releasing my own music, but it's easy just to be like, yeah, I'm gonna just release it under Marita.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Whereas, like, if you're an artist releasing music for the first time, it's like, how did you come up with the name Kit?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say that.
All right, well,
Wow.
Well, I mean, I can. I don't know if my girl knows why I'm named Kit.
Oh.
well,
so
then
it has a sexual.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I gotta say it now that I said
You have
that
to,
out
yeah.
loud.
I mean, this is purely for science.
A girl, a girl I used to date a long time ago used to call me Kitty, like a kitty cat,
Oh, okay.
because of how
Because
I
you
eat
beating
the
that
pussy.
kitty up. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think it was
okay.
gonna go. I was gonna take it there, but he took it there.
You're right. I thought he was about to say because I really like cats. or something.
Really? And I was gonna be like, I'm gonna take it there. He's beating that cat up, but no, he took it there.
So then I just made all, like, because that was way back in the day. So that's what I made all my gamer tags was Kitty. And, like, whenever I play video games, it was like just Kitty. So then everybody just started calling me Kit for short, and that's what it was.
Wow.
That's funny that you say that because, like, my Xbox Live gamer tag became my producer name.
Yeah.
So it was Marita. We had a friend who, when I was in college, I was a music performance majored in trumpet. I realized, dude, there are kids who are younger than me that are way better and play circles around me in trumpet. I'm not going to be a professional trumpet player. I really just didn't have that desire to be a professional trumpet player. But anyways, I'm in college. I'm like, dude, well, what else can I do with music? So that's when I really started, like, making beats and shit. And we had a friend who loved to freestyle or whatever. And he was one of the worst freestylers ever, but he said some shit like Marita's bacon, and that's not whack. So just as like an inside joke between our friends, like we would just say that shit to like make fun of him or whatever, like or fun with him, I guess.
Yeah.
And then my Xbox Live gamer tag became Marita Game, like bread game.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, fuck it. Like, I guess that's
what I
gonna be my
thought
producer name.
I thought that was your producer name.
Yeah.
Marita Game.
Well, that's the name of my LLC, Marita Game Productions.
yeah, because
LLC.
that's when.
But just for short, like Marita, like
Yeah.
that's my artist name. But like as a nickname too, that's what people call me because no one wants to just keep saying Marita Game. I mean, it is confusing sometimes because people will be
hard.
like, "Yo, do you do game production too?" I mean, well, like, actually, yeah, I do make Foley sounds, but that's not what Marita Game stands for. It's
That's
Bread
hard,
Game.
though.
So the confusion's over now. Game is the last name, so you only say Marita Game when you're mad at Joe.
Right, Marita Game.
Marita Game, you come here right now.
Yeah, that's it. Bread Game, Marita Game. People call me Bread. People call me Marita. Whatever.
That's dope.
So we asked Sauce the same question
Okay.
because, I mean, especially nowadays and also trying to come up in North Carolina, we're all kind of growing up, right? We're all getting a little bit older, and we're still grinding away.
Right.
So what's the grind like? Because I know you're a family man, first and foremost.
Yeah.
So what's the grind like for LJ while also maintaining that family life? Because I'm sure that can get so intimidating and overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, I try not to even focus on that point because I know if I focus on it, I'm gonna make it bigger than what it is. The whole intimidating and that type of thing. I gotta get it how I live. That's just I had to keep telling myself this because I know if I wasn't a family man, because when you're a family man, that's where your money goes.
Yep.
That's where your time goes. You know what I'm saying, and that's where it should go.
Right, of course.
But if I wasn't a family man, you know what I'm saying, I would have all the money that I would make would go into what I want to do.
Yeah.
Music.
And you know what I'm saying, it's the law of the land. You know what I'm saying, what you put into something is what you're gonna get out.
Correct.
And I feel like focusing on that, I can't do it because if I focus on that point, like, man, I should have done it like this, like that, then it kind of gets you kind of down and out.
Absolutely.
So what I have to do is ignore it.
Yes.
I just have to keep working.
But it's hard. Like, that's easier said than done.
It is. It really is. Like when I come home from work, and the only really, and this is truthfully speaking, and the only thing that's on my mind is I'm gonna go ahead and make this beat because it's in my head. I'm gonna go ahead and get it out. Okay, as soon as I get home, my son is standing there right there looking at me like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We gotta play. What you mean? And then after that, my wife is like, yo, what you doing? We gotta play. And you know what I'm saying?
And then your computer's in the background.
Like, just,
LJ.
yeah, right. I want to play too. And I'm like, man, it's kind of hard to juggle all that. But I guess the way that I deal with it too is I be open and communicate.
Yeah.
I tell my wife, I'm like, look, this is you knew who I was when you found me. I said, this is the grind stage right now. I said, I'm finally getting a somewhat of a buzz, locally, and I'm starting to get a little recognition. I said, I can't let up right now, Yeah. And it's kind of hard for her to understand it sometimes, but she's doing a lot better with it now. It'd be times where I come home after work and, of course, wash my booty and do everything I'm supposed to do, which probably takes an hour. I would go straight to that computer and make beats until like freaking, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then go to work at 7.
Sheesh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Real talk though. Like, I mean,
Hey, quick side note here. This actually might lead into something bigger.
Yeah.
But do you think you would be where you are right now if you weren't a family man? Because I mean, my thing is this too, sometimes things happen for a reason to the point where, like, maybe you might not necessarily have the discipline to do that on your own if you had all that time and you had all that money. Like, would you be spending it on music?
You're actually you made a great point, because I have thought about it like that, because sometimes you try to think of different scenarios in your head just to see what makes sense. And that's one of the scenarios that came up in my head. I was like, you know what? I talk about how I would spend all this money on this and spend all this money on that. I said, but when I was single, was I spending my money on this, spending my money on that? No. But I feel it's different because it's like like you said, when you get older, you get wiser.
Hopefully.
So hopefully, right.
Yeah.
So let's say I am single at 25 or 24 or whatever, 23, and I start seeing, like I said, because I wasn't getting the attention from beats that I were getting now. So if I would have got that same attention back then, maybe I would have done it. Maybe I would have seen or chopped it up with some people that are serious about music. Me and my brother K North, we were serious, but we were the only two really that were kind of at that time before we met Sauls, before we met Marita, Kid, all the people before we met everybody else like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just me and him kind of making beats, and my roommate, and it's just kind of hard to say, honestly. It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think the family man bravado and the mixture of hard work is something that other people can see in you? Do you think maybe that is something that like people fuck with heavy and want to work with?
I had definitely had a couple of artists who told me that exact thing. I like how you're not out here and you're wilding out. You're getting your job done, and you're also taking care of your family. But what kind of the only the only bad side about it is that you can't really pop up to a lot of events. Yeah. Just like the event that Marita was trying to he was trying to get me to go heavy. I just couldn't go. Yeah. The cook up with Diamond Lab. Yeah. And dude was like, "You should have been here, bro. You should have been here." I already know if I would have been there or just showed up at some of these different events, I'm pretty sure a relationship would have started. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we would have vibed out. I'm pretty sure that opened up some probably more doors. That's the only thing. You got to make sure the family man, you got to be that first. Yeah. And that's just it, That's why I always tell people, especially people who are younger than me, that's doing the same thing. I'm like, look, it's nothing wrong with wanting the family. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with wanting those type of things. But it's always good to get your career straight before you entangle somebody else in your life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's how I look at it.
Well, so how are you going? Like, how do you imagine going about it if everything pops? If everything goes the right way and you do have to make those moves, how do you imagine that going for you? Are you going to miss home? Are you going to, miss the kids? I mean, not to put bad vibes out there, but that's a very real question you have to ask yourself. And I often think about that same question a lot.
Well, yeah, it's honestly, that's a great question. In the situation where I'm in right now, I ain't gonna say situation. The part of my life where I'm at right now, I have a very impressionable. My son's at a very impressionable age. Mm-hmm. This is like the vital moments where you need to be there for your son. And I do plan to pop off, so it's coming. It's coming soon. So my son's gonna need me to be an example for him, also. So it's just one of those things, man. Man, it's like your prayer life got to be really up on. You know what I'm saying? Just it's something I really ain't even thought about in that retrospect. I just know it's coming. Yeah, and I don't even know how to really prepare for it.
That might even be the better approach to it, right? To not know what's coming.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you could just do it, and this is what I gotta do. Okay, I gotta do that now. Something that you created turns into something bigger than yourself.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. That's how I think about it. But like you said, play it by ear and just see how the cards unfold, and then make a reaction. Then Yeah. But it's hard. It's a hard question to have to face. I think about it in the back of my head all the time. It's something that I know I have to face one day.
Yeah, so. It's a very real reality, especially in this day and age. It's so easy yet so hard to pop. Mm-hmm. It only takes one.
Yeah, it really does.
It only takes one, just like Logan and Mayweather.
Yeah.
It could only take one. Hey, Mayweather's probably going to win. But you can get that one hit.
Yeah.
Get that knockout.
Anybody can get knocked out.
Yeah, but nobody hits Mayweather, though. That's the thing.
That's true.
If it was any other fighter we were talking about, then
that is crazy.
Hey, and we have our company train on the way to drop off supplies.
That's the first time I've ever heard that through the headphones. That
really?
That's louder in the headphones than it is outside.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, let's do this. I'm trying to hear some shit you've been working on, man.
Hey, okay.
You know, because I'm sure we'll get a couple of chances to play some of your music, but I definitely want to hear, some artists that you've been working with. Because I know, like,
who you been working with?
Yeah. Let's hear it,
Man. I tell you, man, No Limit. I've recently just did his whole album. I think Sauce had a couple beats on that one too, and I really like this kid. You know, he's a youngin'. He's getting it out the mud. You feel me? And his sound, man. You know, I've always been a fan of people who sound like they can kill people. You know.
Well, I would definitely think, for being so young, he sounds.
That's not his album. That's Go to the Voice of the Youth. Yeah, that one. That's the album.
He sounds. I mean, to be so young, he sounds pretty mature.
He does
on the mic.
How old is he?
He's 17.
You're lying.
17.
Yeah, dude.
He looks like a grown ass man. In
Right,
pictures.
bro. Like my wife was. I played it in the car in front of my wife. She was like, I said, "How old you think that guy is?" She was like, probably like 26. I was like, nah, dude, 17, ain't even graduated high school yet. You know what I'm saying? But I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like getting new, fresh talent. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and fresh in the sense of youth. I mean, because, not to take away from the music side, but he's more marketable than old people. Like,
it's
when you're
true.
young and you're in high school, you have all these friends that you can pass music to. And that plays a huge role. I mean, that's why you see so many young kids coming up now, is because social media and shit spreads like wildfire, especially if you can just pass it around in school, then they pass it around. I mean, shit, bro, I'm down 29. I don't know a soul. Like, that's
it's funny because I personally remember a few people from my high school that if the technology was around back in 2010, dear baby Jesus, 2010s when I graduated. I'm getting old.
Damn,
but fucking if the technology that is here now was back then, I know a few people that would have popped. I mean, you got like 2,000-3,000 kids that go to our high school, and if one of them makes a banger track, that's 3,000 plays off the rip,
off the rip.
That's 3,000 followers off the rip.
And then let's say half of those people are making TikToks and dances in the parking lot of the school.
You already know. Now you got all ages now. Because my little sister is freaking 10, 11.
I just think, I don't think that's not to discredit any old heads working on music. I mean, because a good song is a good song.
Right.
But, when you're younger, you got that built-in fan base.
Like, you do.
If you're doing something cool and people in the school see you, they're going to rock with you.
Exactly.
But let's listen to what we got here. So what are we about to play right now?
Man.
Which one? Because the first one I even saw was Options. That was produced by you.
Options. I think his favorite.
What's your favorite track?
Oh man, honestly, man,
he's not here. You're here. So
right.
What's your favorite track?
I got two favorite tracks. You can play either Options or the one with the star by it. I can't remember the actual name of the title, but what's the name of that song?
You can
look. Let me see. Yeah, let me look at it real quick. Go back up, cause Takeover and Options. Those are my two favorites.
Let's rock.
That's cool. That one's got a feature in it too. So
right. Well, I say play Options first if we playing both.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, that's a far kick. What's all the year?
Let's do 17.
Yes, dude, 17.
That's you on game.
DangLJ,
Yeah.
I got a whole lot of options with this shit. Like, a whole lot of options. Music ain't the only thing I could do. I don't need this rapper shit. Fuck you talking about? Hey, I got a whole lot of options. Pounds, robbing, scheming, music. These niggas know JoJo a problem. And they know that they can't solve it. I see how these niggas be hating and watching. I pray to God that they ain't poppin'. Cause if I catch them, I'ma pop.
Yes, sir.
Soon as I spot them, I'ma drop them. Bro, I got a whole lot of options. Pounds, robbing, scheming, music. These niggas know JoJo a problem. And they know that they can't solve it. I see how these niggas be hating and watching. I pray to God that they ain't plotting. Cause if I catch them, I'ma pop 'em. Soon as I spot them, I'ma drop 'em. Bro, I been the voice of you for a minute. Young nigga came out of the trenches. We ain't had no job, went straight to the streets. OG said, get up and get it. These niggas was dissing cause they hoe was tricking. The ops over there and they feelings. They said they want smoke, but they know we not pussy. They know that we handling business.
I haven't listened to shit he said. No disrespect to him. This beat is fucking fire. God damn.
Get caught in the streets and after that they get exposed. Don't be the same niggas walking around with a pole, but when it's time to up at your foes. I'm just speaking truth. These niggas is mad cause they know that I always be facts. Niggas say the same thing and they raps. I promise these niggas is rap.
I remember listening to that shit when it came out, but I gotta go back and listen to that shit some more.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god.
So you've been working closely with No Limit.
Yeah, very. I mean, and it's very recent. He just hit me up out of the blue. Matter of fact,
and that's he's in. I don't want to blow up his spot, but the Raleigh area.
Yes, yeah, because he talks about the R. I'm guessing that's
because I remember there's another artist that you were telling me that you've been working with in your hometown.
Yes, his name Retro.
Retro okay, Digital. Yeah. So that's the guy you sent me the.
I sent you the file.
Yes, I think you actually have that in our text messages. If you want to play that, yeah. Another artist you've been working with.
I'm gonna tell you that beat right there that I made for Retro. And that's the thing. That's how it goes. Most people, you know, the stuff that you spend 2 minutes, 5 minutes on, they gravitate to that. But, you know, the stuff that you spend and make a long, like you take your time on, that kind of overpass it. But I spent and take my time on this beat. This dude right here, he killed it. I would have to say I like working with Retro because first of all, from the same city, we was in drum line together. You know, we was always kind of tight, you know what I'm saying? And then you grow up, go out of high school, you kind of part ways, yeah. Dude, you think. He hit me up. He saw my Instagram, said, dude, you going crazy. Yeah. you going crazy out here. I got to get one of your beats. I said, say less, man. I said, I'm going to send you something. We actually got right. We got like 3 songs actually together. It might be 4. I don't know. But he's supposed to be dropping the album. Mm-hmm. So I don't know when it's going to drop because, you know, I don't know what he got going on right now, but we got a couple songs. That one song right there is probably my favorite because I don't know, man.
Is he going hard?
I think just the way he's flowing on the beat, it sounds good, man. It sounds good.
Oh yeah, man.
To me, it does. I know.
All right, this is unreleased. Is he gonna be pissed?
I produced it, so
he said it's my song.
He'll be all right.
DangLJ, you made this?
You had to tap the screen to keep it open too, I think.
Yeah.
I have it on I have to lock it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I need to do that.
So many people skipped over this beat though. It's crazy.
After hours, she wanna act a fool after hours. Hold up, let me roll up a couple joints. Be patient, I'm finna prove a couple points. I'm facing the whole thing for the morning. She racing her dress and touch me like she honey. I'm seeing green lights, yeah. I'm seeing green lights. Yeah, we off sativa, she cheating. I'm finna give a couple reasons. She throwing it back and she be tryna see it. She not saying no like she don't got a reason. I'm seeing green lights, yeah. I'm seeing green lights. I'm seeing green lights, yeah. I'm seeing green lights. And we on the opera. You had to be home for them street lights. I was trying to run the street life. I was trying to set the trap off. Now I'm trying to take off like a track hoe. I seen 12 pull a kick though. Same block I seen bro serve a rich hoe. Told me not to run around clientele. Them niggas scary, they probably bail. I chose the money route. Trying to stay low key, she figured me out. You not one of them niggas we reading about. You been ballin', you used to this shit, I can tell. You smoking top shelf out the bag, I can smell it. And I got your attention, I'm feeling myself. And I'm hoping that you will come feel me as well. Let's go back to your crib, I'm inviting myself. What the fuck? We pulled through the gate, but you can't see the code. She said I was rich cause it's rich for the road.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Does he have music out already?
Yeah, he does actually. My phone's over there. I think.
Oh, is that your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, someone called and it was vibrating. I don't know if you heard it.
No, I didn't even hear it.
I just hit the side button.
Great. Y'all want to hear something crazy, bro? I didn't realize this was your phone. I thought that was Kit's phone. Bro, and a picture of a girl showed up on here, and that was not his girl. I was like, looking at the phone, like, damn, Kit. No. I was wrong.
Oh my gosh, you know what? And I'm okay, bro. Like okay, future family, bro, moments. I guess what I'm saying. Family man moment. I was supposed to call my wife.
Yeah.
Anytime I touch down anywhere.
Oh, bro, you
Call her.
better down.
And she's like, "I'm gonna be so pissed if you don't."
We get an exclusive here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna tell her I stopped somewhere to take a dump.
Yeah, do your thing, bro. Do your thing.
Gosh. I hope she don't watch this interview. She probably will. Hello? Put it on speaker. What's going on? Yeah, I got I'm here now. Say what? Not too long. I had to settle in, I gotta settle in and everything. Once I settled in, I had to do that. Yeah, phone on the charge. It's at 69% right now. You feel me?
Nice.
All right, but look, I'm actually in the middle of the podcast, so I don't want to be rude. So can I call you back in a little bit? All right, love you. All right, thank you.
There we go.
Smooth.
There we
Settled
go.
it.
Touchdown.
Smooth.
Yes. I didn't even have to lie to her about taking a dump. So.
Hey man, we all know how it is.
Yeah, how it is. But being a family man, you actually realize how important that is.
Yeah.
Like, when you're single, not saying single, when you're not married, you really don't, like, hey, leave me alone. I'm grown, But when you're
if you're not married, you're still single.
Right.
I mean, in a way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Real talk. And so I understand the importance of it now, because it's not so much she's trying to clock me, but she's, just in case anything goes
Happens.
wrong. Anything
I know
happens.
where he's at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know where he's at, and I know his A to B, So
Bro,
just
if your
in case
wife
something
wasn't
happens
trying to clock you, does your wife love you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
she wants to make sure you got here safe and shit.
Right.
Right.
I
But
feel-
I was actually go ahead. I'll bring that up.
I was gonna say I feel the same way. Like I'm not married, but like my girl does Postmates a lot, so she just be randomly leaving.
Yeah, you got to.
And I'll I'll pull myself out of my computer, and she's not here, and I'm like, oh fuck, where'd she go? Car's
Yeah.
gone. I'm like, oh shit, gotta call her. Where'd you go? Like, because if like just say for instance, God forbid, like she gets into a car accident or something,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, I know where she's at if she calls me, like. If a policeman calls me or something like that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I just like having that peace of mind because I worry like that sometimes.
Exactly. And I mean, yeah, you got to respect that. I respect her for that.
Hell yeah. I can't relate to either of you guys. I'm solo dolo at the moment.
Marita's a slut.
Bro.
Marita's just a big slut.
My man called you
no.
a slut.
He's
dude.
a
Well,
slut, bro.
I did. We did have a little moment
Yeah.
on FaceTime.
Man,
I
look,
was
this
saying-
man's on FaceTime getting some cheeks, bro. I'm like,
No.
what is going on, bro? Just don't answer the phone.
I've done it.
I wasn't getting cheeks.
He wouldn't get cheeks. I was
but-
over exaggerating.
But I was over at somebody's house. You know,
Oh,
so,
I thought you were FaceTiming mid cheek blast.
No.
No,
hell
I just
no.
I was just being funny. But
No,
nah.
I can't give out the sauce.
But I was
Oh, I've done it. I've answered FaceTimes blasting cheeks, dude.
look, I'm a married man, so I can't answer those questions.
Yeah.
But real talk, I was trying to talk to him. It was about some production stuff too. It might have been a collab we were doing. I was like, look,
Yeah.
Marita, I think this would go good on the beat, if we did this and that. And Marita was like, yeah. And usually when I meet him with that same energy, he's
Giving
like,
it
yeah,
back.
bro, yeah, like
Yeah.
this. He's like, yeah, bro. I'm like, what's going on? You good? And he was like, look, and he just like tilted the phone to the side a little bit, and I just saw like some hair. I was like, okay,
Got it.
I get
Understand.
it. Understood, bro. You ain't okay. I'm cock blocking right now, so let me just get off here.
Yeah, that's funny. No, but what I was gonna bring up is that, you know, it's funny that you said like, oh, I didn't have to lie to her about the dump thing. It's like you're in a relationship. I mean, I have been in a long relationship before. And sometimes even though you've been in a relationship with someone for a long time, or despite like how strong your relationship is, sometimes like over the smallest things, you feel like you have to paint the most perfect picture. But we're all human, you know, we all make mistakes. So, you know, what is wrong with just telling her, hey babe, I forgot. Like as soon as I got here, I was chopping it up. Also, the dog scared the fuck out of me. Like, you know,
it works in the beginning, but when you're in a relationship for a long time and you repeatedly keep forgetting to do certain things.
Hey man,
that's when you have to be like, I can't do this. I gotta say something else.
Right.
I took a dump.
And right. I mean, not to get too crazy into like relationship stuff, but I mean, you're right, dude. And like, you know, I think that's been a fault of mine is like sometimes being too honest all the time. Because then, you know, they bring that up. Hey, well, why do you constantly forget about me?
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Like, do you not care about me? Do you not love me?
That's
like,
exactly. Yes.
And I mean, I don't know if I really know the answers to those things. I
Exactly.
mean, I feel like I do, but
Exactly.
like sometimes like there are things that, I mean, my brain is all over the place all the time. So, and I'm like, if women are going to call men dumb and like, oh, women or they're dogs or they're dumb or whatever, well then understand that I'm dumb then. Sometimes I forget.
Exactly.
You know, sometimes like I just like, if that was me, and like I had just got here and I was chopping it up with you guys, I haven't seen you in forever.
Right.
And,
you feel me? I ain't seen you guys in a minute.
And Kit's my boy, so I'm going to chop it up. And I'm going to forget to be like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know?
All the time I do it.
Yeah. So, I mean, side note. Anyways, but I just thought that was funny, that, you know, even though those are the circumstances, sometimes we feel like we got to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, so, LJ, just because I kind of know of some things, who are some people that you want to work with in the future that are kind of, you know, possible in
Obtainable.
in your reach?
Like an obtainable goal.
In reach.
Somebody I can hit up
Yes.
and be like, okay, we can set this
Because
up.
I mean, I know you and I had talked, because, you know, like you had mentioned, right, it's hard to network.
Yeah.
But you do what you have to do.
Right.
And that's, you know, being a part of like social media and the Instagram community, and, you know, going on to like 20s Live or going on to Glaciers Live.
Exactly.
You know, not throwing any hints out there or anything. But yeah, you know, those are guys that you're kind of active with and stuff. So, you know, maybe one of them.
I feel like, artist wise, I feel like I would really like to work with, I don't know if y'all heard of him, but Mikey 100K.
Yes, K North brings him up in the
Dude
in the
is
group
hard.
chat.
Dude is hard.
Yeah, he is.
He's hard. And he actually, to be honest with you, I wasn't even thinking about working with him at that time, but he hit me up after Woozy song. Shout out to Woozy. I make about 85% of his beats. But anyways,
Woozy and 3 a.m. are supposed to be here today.
right. That's another guy. But anyways, Mikey 100 hit me up after he saw Woozy's song.
Is it my favorite?
It might be
the one where he's like super melodic. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. That's the one where I've been stabbed. That song.
Oh no, that one. Okay, so that's from his new shit, Rockstar Gospel.
Yeah. Rockstar. Yeah, shout out there. Go run it up.
I've been standing with my back so many times. So,
yeah. Mikey, I remember looking at his Instagram post, and Mikey was like, "Who produced this? Like, I need to know who produced this."
That beat is hard.
Yeah. And so he ended up getting my number and everything. He ended up hitting me up on Instagram, getting my number, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, we need to chop it up. We need to make some music." And I was like, "Bet." So I when I say I sent him like maybe 6-7 beats, like I sent him a variety of beats, and he was just like, "Nah." He's like, "I want one that's similar to the one what's the name made," and I was like, "Okay, cool." So I sent him from what I thought was that, and he liked it, and I've never really heard from him again. So I just would like to hear him on that beat. You know, I would like to get a song with him.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
I mean, because like I feel like normally I hear stories of people sending beats and then not getting, you know, a response back. But it's weird to like, you know, get a response back and then just that's still not it.
Right.
See, like that's why like I'd say it again and again, like trying to get people in the same room, like the same studio. I mean, I know that's harder to do, but like I feel like it's easier to capture that vibe together.
It is.
And because like when I've sent beats maybe 3 times in my total in the time of my life. And the first time I sent a beat was literally because I was on Instagram Live and Coach Cooley was like, yo, I need that beat.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was Patron and Bacardi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hard.
Coming
You're
out
gonna have
soon.
to play that. You're gonna have to play that. You can't play it.
Nah, but you can play it for sure.
Okay.
So that was the first time. Second time was Steez hit me up because he was working on a project with an artist named Nikki Bands.
Yeah.
And they needed some like guitar beats.
Yeah.
Third time, Steez needed some more songs for his solo album. So I sent him beats.
Those are all people super close too.
Yeah.
Well, besides Coach Cooley at the time, right?
Coach Cooley, him and I were, I mean, he's probably the artist that I'm least close to. I mean, it was just kind of like we met through Glacier. He had hopped on some of my guitar loops, and then he did 2 songs with 2 beats of mine and Glacier's. So that's how I kind of knew him and was talking on social media, and I had met him a couple times at Audio Box. And then that's the only track that I've done with him solo is Patron and Bacardi.
Yeah.
So other than that, I don't send out beats, man. I just don't.
Yeah. And I understand.
I mean, yeah, like there are definitely times where I sit at home and I'm like, damn, if I had sent this to so and so, like I feel like that would have been cool. Like I feel like it maybe had a shot or a chance, like or whatever. But at the same time, like if you keep thinking about the opportunities that you would miss doing that. I mean, I'm also gonna spend the same amount of time sitting there, like, oh, dude, they didn't give me a response. Like, did they ever open up the email? Did they ever hop on the beats? This or that. When I can just be working on music where I know I can control the outcome of the product. I can work closely with the artist and be like, yeah, that's a good take, or no, that's not a good take, or yo, this shit is fucking, this is it. Let's keep going. Like, or like, let's develop a sound together. Like, I think that's something that I'll end up being more proud of at the end of the day. Yeah. I mean, I can say that now because I don't have any huge placements. Yeah. Like, I mean, obviously once you get a huge placement, you're gonna be like, damn, I'm proud of that. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like I always listen to the songs that I've had a part in. Yeah. And I get exactly what you're saying. What you sound like somebody who, I mean, of course you make beats, but you live by that name of being a producer because you're producing it. You know, you're telling when the drops are coming, or you're saying, oh, this would be cool if we put this effect on this. It just overall to the actual track, like it's not just you making the beat and then you send it to them and then maybe they produce it. You know. Yeah. You know, you're just a beat maker at that point. Not you know, and I mean that's technically what it is. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, yeah. Right. I mean, shit, I miss out on more opportunities than beat makers do. Beat makers are probably making more money off their beats than I do. But it's like to me that's okay because like I said, I like to just be able to be a part of the process. I like to be in the studio with the artist. Like I'm not trying to write your bars for you. Right. Like but I will help if I'm needed. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm just trying to make songs. Like, and maybe like that's not what's hot right now, but history always repeats itself. I was just about to say if you have a good song, I mean that song's gonna be timeless. Whether I mean as long as you don't date it and you know you wait for the you feel like you want to be strategic about it and wait for the right time. I mean, or just release it and be like Lizzo, get your song discovered 2 years later after you drop the shit. Exactly. It don't matter. If it's a good song, it's a good song. Exactly. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like the song's going to be better if you have more people working on it at the end. Because think about it, dude. Like, okay, was Motown one person? No. Okay. No. So was Earth, Wind, and Fire one person?
No.
I could keep going on.
Yeah.
Is any band one person?
No.
No. Orchestras, is that one person? No. Dude, I could go on and on and on. Music is about collaboration.
Exactly.
And, you know, as someone who grew up in a traditional, like with like a classical music background or whatever, and by the book or whatever,
You know
that was a mistake for me for the longest time. Like, I made beats with my neighbor and that was it. I never collaborated with people. I never sent beats. I never sent loops. Huge mistake. But how did I not know that, you know, the essence of music is collaboration when I've been a part of music since the 3rd grade?
Right.
So then now it's all about, you know, let's work. I mean, I'm not working with everybody.
Exactly.
But I work with people that I fuck with and I like their sound and I like what they have to offer.
Exactly.
But you know, man, that's music, collaboration.
Exactly. But I used to be the same way. You know, I wouldn't dare use anybody else's melodies. I'm like, yo, this is me. This is me.
And we actually talked about that on Sauce's episode where we were talking about, you know, right now the scene I feel like is super collaboration heavy.
It is.
I mean, you have tons of people asking for loops or even on live, like going live with people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, but like you just said, bro, I mean, not even like 2 years ago, people were like, nah, like I made this shit by myself.
Exactly.
No loops.
Nobody cares.
Oh God, bro.
That's what I had to get to my head. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody gives a fuck how you made the beat.
Exactly.
Nobody gives a fuck about what filter you use or what Zay 808 or spins
Right.
crossover, whatever. As if the shit's fire, it's
fire. You know? And I had to get that through my head. Dude, I just started. Okay, and I ain't gonna lie. Me and my bro K North was on that train at first. We was like, bro, no loops. You feel me? We don't need that. You know, we musical people. We can do this. You know, But you know, we started realizing we was like, okay, you know, it like you said, it's a collaborative effort. You know, and it's more opportunities that way, honestly, too. Especially if you're just starting out. You know, you take a pack or you ask somebody for a melody, and you know they make fire melodies. And you know you got fire drums. Why don't you do that? Or if you know somebody is better at that, like for me, making melodies, I feel like I can hold my own in it. But if I really want a genuine guitar melody, I know the guy to go to. You know what I'm saying? Sauce too. You know what I'm saying? Sauce, I go to him for a guitar melody. You know what I'm saying? If I know I want some Detroit, you know, heavy Detroit sound melodies, I can make it. It's gonna take more time for me to make it, but I can make it. But I know my boy K North, I say he can whip that up real quick. And somebody I haven't even mentioned him yet, Dallin. I'm pretty sure he was mentioned a lot. You know,
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, if I just want something out the blue, yeah.
That's
Hey,
a
man.
passenger train. Who's riding trains for real?
Hey, shout out to the train riders.
Hey,
man.
man.
They just wanted to be a part of the podcast. You know?
Can't find no gas. You gotta find
Yeah.
what you get on the train.
That is true. That was actually a thing. I was like, should I go there if I'm stranded with no gas?
Oh, no, you'll be good.
Yeah.
I think there's gas around here.
Yeah, I think it's stuff. I think I ain't gonna get on the political side. I ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But
I do want to know one thing though, not to get off track.
yeah. Oh, shit.
Um,
Why is he looking at me?
No, you're good. You're good. All right.
Bro. Go ahead.
Just don't pay attention. He'll
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
away. It's like a monster or something.
One thing I did want to know though is like, okay,
Bully.
if it wasn't a crisis, right? If they said there was no gas shortage, dude, why even tell us?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna freak out. You know, people are gonna freak out.
Okay, hold on.
They're like, don't freak out, but
right.
it's like, dude, just don't tell them. Like people are gonna go to the gas station and start seeing bags over the shit, and they're gonna start thinking, oh damn, well, I guess they ran out of gas today. I guess I'll just get some tomorrow.
Exactly. You know,
I mean, you'll be a little suspicious.
Did you see that motherfucker in the picture with the big, like,
blue
200
ass
gallon,
Yeah.
barrels, like
200
some, like,
gallon
Breaking
water
Bad
jug
shit.
from a job site just
Yeah.
filling up gas? Like, bro, you're a clown for that.
that's
dog.
funny, yo. Hey, look, y'all. Okay, we're around the same age, right?
Yeah.
Y'all had to watch SpongeBob back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. it's like with this whole gas situation, it was just like, you know how Bikini Bottom just wilds out for no reason.
Yeah.
You tell them something retarded, and they
And then
just
all of a
start
sudden the whole
city's
burning.
burning and going. That's how it was with this whole gas thing. Like we ran out of gas because you told us that we had a gas shortage. If we just acted normally, we would have never. I think, in my opinion, we'd have never ran out. We had city shut down the whole gas thing because we were running out of gas because people was lining up to get the little gas that we had left instead of sparing it out.
I think you were right. If they had never told us, it wouldn't have been a thing. But I feel like the reality is like diving deeper into the information. The reason it happened is because the pipeline got hacked. Now, if they didn't tell us and the public found out that the pipeline got hacked, that would probably be a bigger and worse situation.
Yeah.
People would probably have freaked out even harder.
Maybe.
It may be, but you talking to a guy like me, talking about a pipeline getting hacked. I'm like,
I mean,
okay, what that mean?
So it would have probably spread via social media, but
that'd be like, oh well, why didn't our government?
I don't watch the news. I don't have.
Me neither.
I deactivated the notifications on my phone that give me the breaking news alerts and shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If I go to the gas station and see bags over the shit, I'm gonna be like, okay, well then I need to find some gas quick.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go to the next station and the next station.
Yeah.
But there wouldn't have been bags over the shit if people hadn't been lining up,
Exactly.
putting it shit in jugs and whatever.
I mean, just being
Like-
greedy, yo.
Yeah, for real.
Like it's lame, dude. Like so lame. But whatever. It's Anyways, we said it's not political.
No, I'm just talking about the situation itself. No,
Yeah, the situation, right?
Not commenting on the way either side handles it. I don't care. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah. Or it's dumb. Anyways, so we were saying who are some people that you want to work with?
Right.
You said artist was
Mikey 100K.
Mikey.
I want to work with 3. I do.
You haven't worked with 3 yet?
And that's the thing.
I haven't. I haven't either. But
I think we got one song out, and it was a feature because it was on Woozy's. You know what I'm saying? I want to sit down with 3 and create something because I do like his style. To me, and then probably only to me, but he kind of has that Travis Scott type of creativity to him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was the type of beats that I was on for the longest time. You know what I'm saying? And it would be good to kind of tap in back into that realm of creativity. You know?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I agree, man. I have a same kind of thing when it comes to 3's sound, and same thing with Woozy's sound. Like, get them on the right beat or the right project, and like that could be some fire. Like, and I've linked with 3 once, and we made beats in person, and we had like two beats we made. One was like a calypso beat, like a and he hit me up again like a week later. He's like, yo, we need to finish that one. I was like, I'm down. And then we've never really, it's never been a sense of urgency for us to finish it. But
same here. Like I sent him, probably it's the same way it went down with Mikey. I sent him like maybe 5 beats, something like that. And he told me, he said, I'm gonna be using these. Like I'm gonna be, but he just haven't released it yet. So I mean, he could be in the process of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like you said, when it comes to artists like that, I would like to sit down with them and kind of pick their brain and see where we at, creative wise.
That being around minds like that can definitely elevate how you approach music yourself. As well. I mean, this is a learning game, right? Like if once you stop learning about your craft is when it's just going to be dead in the water.
Right.
And you bring up names like Travis Scott and compared them to 3AM. And while I agree with that, I think that he also wouldn't be in the mind space he's in without having that same collaboration and molding his own style.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you think that you would like to do? Would you like to step into that space of musical creation that there are simply levels to it? I mean, I'll bring it up all the time. I mean, Astroworld, if you bring up Travis Scott, Astroworld itself, there are many, many layers to every song on the album where the creation of the song might morph into something completely different.
That's what I really respected about Travis Scott and his music.
He also had like 40 writers on him.
Right. Yeah.
But
real talk. But like even I was listening to Travis, like Quintana back in those days, like 2012, 13, 14, back when he was kind of underground, but kind of getting his buzz or whatever. And as a producer, whoever made his beats, if I'm not mistaken, he would make some of his beats. I think. I don't know. Not for sure.
Could be. I don't know a lot about the early days.
Right. And I'm not for sure on who makes his beats, but I know every time he got on the beat, 16 bars would be one way, then another 16 bars would be it's like a whole different beat. But it's still connected. And it was just like I respected that about him. I was like, yo, I wanna be creative like that, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, you in a time like now, repetitive is kind of like what you want, what they want.
Yeah.
But it's good to step outside of that zone sometimes, and that's what 3 reminds me of a little bit. With that whole switch up and all that type of stuff, creativity and his voice.
Yeah.
Definitely, he's someone who's gonna sound better on a song, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Whereas I feel like Travis Scott and Young Thug and like they do have songs where that's more pop oriented. There's a hook. There's a dedicated hook and etc. But there are also the songs that are just kind of more free form. Like I said earlier, I mean, I'm definitely more of a fan of the song stuff.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of the artists that I really make it a point to work with. Who are songwriters.
Yeah.
Because that's just kind of what I like. So.
And not trying to jump back, but that's the same. That's what No Limit wants.
Right.
He because all the beats that on that album, I haven't met the man. I've only chopped it up.
So he wants song.
Like he said, his next album, he said this was the EP. He wanted to come out with something hard, and he said I got hard beats. That's why he said, but this next album, which I still see, he still got a couple of ones that I sent to him, but he wants to cook up something together. Like he wants me to be in the studio making the beat, and he wants to vibe out to it too. You know,
he doesn't want to just make an album. He wants to make an art piece.
He wants to put his soul into this one. And I'm like, yo, and he's trying to come from different angles too. I mean, this next one's gonna be pretty crazy. I think it is, but we'll see.
That's dope. That's in a world where the attention span is so small these days. I feel like one of the last people. I mean, you might. I don't know if you quite are, because you always be sending me like mad singles and shit. But I love to listen to an album from track 1 to track 20, all the way through. Don't stop. Like, I'm not making playlists when I go to work and listen to music.
Yeah.
Which album am I listening to today?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I send you singles because typically that's how music's released now.
Yeah.
But as an old head in music and, buying CDs and kind of growing up liking genres where it's normal to have a concept for an album.
Yeah. Yes,
like that
concept albums.
Like that that really is what, like, dude, I don't have playlists. Like, people say that people who have playlists are crazy. I listen to my songs, or I'm gonna go find an album to listen to. I like albums, and I'll go to that album, play it from top to bottom.
Yeah. I do the same
Best
thing.
Never Late Then, Illy Steesberg.
Hell yeah.
Real talk. That's how I grew up. Like you said, back in the day, like I told you, I rode, in the back of the seat with my dad. You feel me, in the back of the truck, and he had the Biggie album, and he had, just all different types of albums. Now, one thing my dad did do, if he liked the song, like one song, I kid you not, for a straight month, that song would be on repeat.
Just the one song?
That one single song. I'm riding down the road, that one single song. Like, I'm telling you. But in a way,
I do that too.
Yeah. But and I do it too, especially with my music. You like to hear yourself. But that one single song, but I feel like it teaches you something. I don't know. It teaches me. If I really like that song, now I'm studying on it. At this point, I'm studying it. I'm not even listening at this point. I'm studying how I'm catching when the little breaks happen. I'm catching when certain things just happen, and then you catch yourself making music and doing the same thing, adding little nuances and little things that make it unique.
Yeah.
And see, when you listen to music like that a bunch of times, you start to pick up on those things, and then it becomes something that you do. I feel like when it comes to production, So I feel like it teaches you something, you know. So.
Yeah, I kind of grew up the same way. That might be why I listen to albums like that. Like,
yeah,
my dad he's a vinyl dude. Like,
oh yeah, so you got heavy then, yeah.
Oh, some of the best days of my life, I think, as a little kid. My dad worked the night shift to make it through, and my mom would work during the day, and my dad would pick me up from daycare, and he'd throw on a vinyl, and we'd fucking cook dinner before he went to work. Like, those are some of the best days. Listening to, like, old Motown vinyls or Elton John or something like that, and just listening to it all the way through, you kind of get an appreciation for the whole big picture. Like, you can pick out one or two songs that you like. Like, that's cool. But if the whole album is painting a huge picture of, like, the era they're coming up in, or, like, an emotion they're feeling about one thing, Pink Floyd, The Wall, like, there's something you get from that, which is why I appreciated it when you said that No Limit wants to do an album like that, because coming out of here, I only know of one person that's really trying to be on that, like, art, you know, aside from myself and Joe. I only know one other person that's trying to do something like that, and he's already popped. Yeah. So, I don't know. I really hope that works out for you and him, because that's going to be something that you guys, no matter what happens, you guys can hold that to a high regard for yourself. Yeah. I mean, real talk. Yeah. So
I feel that, like, for real. Man, I'm telling you what, man. I was sitting there listening to some of the collabs that we have. And then I listened to that song that we did, Stay Up. And I'm like, man, we need to make some more of those.
Yeah, we do, man. Yeah. Him and I have been we've just kind of been exploring different sounds and stuff. So, you know that beat I posted in the chat, the Say Our Great.
The last one.
Save Our Peace.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we cooked that up together yesterday, and there's like a hook and a verse on it and stuff, and it's just like, I mean, we've just been all over the place, but not really, because like one of the first songs we made together, when we first started doing music seriously as company, was Just Another Day, and I mean, that's definitely like a old school vibe, or just like not so like trap. Yeah, just, you know, a bass
real
guitar.
Feel. I call it real feel music.
Real feel, yeah. Okay, we'll go with that. Real feel music. I mean, just like, you know, instruments and you know, all that stuff. But anyways, yeah, man, we definitely need to, you know, get some more stuff out. It's just, you know, kind of, you know, family life, work life, all that stuff, you know, prevents us from being able to link as much these days.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Family life, all that. Yeah, it does. It plays a part. But I think the main reason too, man, our distance, man, the distance between. I mean, I really wish y'all guys was in the reach of like 30 minutes, man, or even just crazy. An hour, you know.
Or like, right now, the studio that we usually go to, is renovating. Oh. Yeah. Oh, they're about to die? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Hold on, before we're going to take a quick intermission. Is there anybody that you've worked with that has a music video out?
Man, yeah, I got to think about that.
Any of them?
Yeah, me and you, Woozy.
Yeah. Okay. That's right, because he got a feature, Chemo songs. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. We'll introduce that, and then we'll cut to that video, and then we'll come back after we.
Yeah. It's kind of like soft porn.
I can edit it. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's
okay,
cool.
well then that works.
Yeah,
but
it's on YouTube.
I'm trying to figure out some. It's another one too. Gosh. I have to sit there and actually think about that one because.
Oh yeah, the one that Woozy did for one of your beats.
Oh, Stab.
Yep.
Okay. Matter of fact,
actually,
Woozy,
do that one. Do that one.
Stab. Yeah, do Stab.
Okay.
It's a lot of. It's honestly, man. Anytime. That's one thing that I do like about Woozy is that he kind of gets the ball rolling. Yeah. Quickly, very quickly.
Yeah, I mean he's consistent with his content, man.
Yeah. And
yeah, for sure.
And he got a music video probably for almost every song that he has out.
He told me about a text message back in the day where he was like, "Yeah, Marita, give me the beat. I'll fuck around and shoot a music video for it today."
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
No,
like,
he'll do that in the
He
chat,
will.
like especially with some of those pop songs, like "Riding Around the City" that we posted in there. And there was another like pop one that Sauce was on that he was down to film a video for. And we're just not ready for that at this moment. Like,
also too, that I don't know if you remember Shay Chin.
yes.
She she haven't sent the song back yet, but she said she used like a lot of the beats that I've sent her, and I know I sent her one of yours. You know, our collabs and stuff.
The Lost one.
Lost Bread, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying. She said she's gonna make a video. I don't know to which one, but she said she's gonna be shooting videos pretty soon too. So.
All right, we're gonna take a quick intermission break.
Let's do it.
This is Woozy Stab.
Yeah. Stab.
Okay, Woozy Stab.
Yeah.
DangLJ, you made this.
I've been stabbed up in my back so many times. Don't even know what to decide. If I should hang with niggas or should I slide? Don't kill my pride. I've been in the hills with them vibes, and this the life I'm supposed to be living. No, I can't lie. All the work we put in, we supposed to be at the top. The top. So many niggas switched on me, but I stay the same. And it be the same ones that you put on game. I know it's hard to let it go, but that's come with faith. I'm bit solid, I'ma handle that when I pray. Cause I know I'ma see better days. Southside Raleigh, baby, come and get a taste. They gon' root for you, but still think that it's a rat race. I'm tryna spoil you, but that's only if you act straight. So won't you come and get these vibes? I'm tryna touch your body. You don't gotta pay, I'm rich like Roddy. Yeah. I've been stabbed up in my back so many times. Don't even know what to decide. If I should hang with niggas or should I slide? Don't kill my pride. I've been in the hills with them vibes, and this the life I'm supposed to be living. No, I can't lie. All the work we put in, we supposed to be at the top. The top.
Okay, I thought you took a breath like you were about to say something. That was Woozy Stab. Shout out Woozy.
Yes, sir.
Sheesh.
Let's go.
Shout out LJ with a hard ass beat.
Hey.
I
Also, shout out before I went.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Figures, made it. He was on that loop.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out Figures made it. What's his app?
Figures made it. Yeah, that's it. Figures made it. I was trying to figure out if it was something else, but yeah.
How you spell that?
Like FIGUREZ.
Made it.
Made it. Yeah.
Awesome.
He did
Cool.
what? He was featured on it.
He was the he made that loop.
Oh, okay.
Dude plugged in really. Like he didn't got placements with Money Man and
Dope.
all that. So
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't even know who Money Man is, but with
Yeah.
a name like Money Man, you got
okay. Let me see. Let me call somebody out. I think he got one with Lil Durk. So I mean that's
Money
more,
Man had that
You got one
song
with Lil Durk?
with
Yeah.
with Lil Baby.
Yeah.
and it has the guitar loop.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
he's
what
on Lil Baby features a lot, and you know,
Damn,
yeah. So yeah,
that's
dude
a hell of a
plugged in.
placement.
Yeah, dude plugged in, man, and you know, like you said, just networking, man. Yeah. So
What were you guys talking about before I walked in? I came in mid conversation. I didn't even know what you should I not have brought that up?
We were kind of talking about I mean, since we had just played Stabbed, we were talking about working with Woozy.
Yeah.
And that you know, he has sent a lot of beats to Woozy, and you know, I mean, I feel like I was telling him I feel like there are some beats that, you know, he sounds better on.
Yeah.
And I mean, but that's most artists, you know.
Yeah.
And that's most artists, and you know, but sometimes he can be all over the place, and and then I was curious, you know, how he would answer that question that I gave to Zeus the Ripper on the last episode about the, you know, quality over quantity thing, because he does his own videos, and you know, he has the resources to do literally a video for, you know, every song that he does.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, with that being said, at what point do you not saturate your content with, you know, so many videos? And that's kind of what we were talking about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kobe, stop. He's trying to knock over his bowl.
Oh.
I swear, every time is something, dude.
He just wants some attention.
So, I know Sauce was doing it. He said it was working out pretty good for him. Are you in the YouTube game?
I was in the YouTube game,
yeah.
You know, and that's, you know, I know starting off you're not going to see too much, but I almost got caught up with, I mean, it seems like Instagram is just doing a lot more for me than actually YouTube, but I am going to get back on that because it can be something good.
Yeah. I mean, when I first started, it was all YouTube.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know, probably fucking 6 years ago, I knew no one that made any kind of instrumental whatsoever. It was going on YouTube, and today I'm feeling like I want a damn Kanye type beat.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and it's all. The only thing about it was I was just looking at it. I think I was making it too difficult, and that's probably why I got burned out. Because you know, which is still good to do all these things, but I started looking at algorithms and things of that nature, and I would wonder why I'm not getting looked like when I type my name in, not my name, when I type in that type of beat that I know I just made, why is it not popping up first? Well, you got these people who's been on this algorithm way before I've been, you know, so I have to make a name first, and it takes time. It takes a very long time to get your name to pop up with a type beat, you know?
I think, I mean, I wouldn't know because I don't make instrumentals, nor have I, you know, needless to say, I've never been on YouTube trying to sell beats. But I feel like as soon as you are allowed access to the inner circle of that algorithm when they come up, I'm sure it happens so fast because if you already have 300 beats on your YouTube, by the time someone is like, oh shit, then all of a sudden your back catalog is probably blowing up.
It is.
I mean,
as soon as they watch one of your videos and like it, they're gonna go watch all your other content.
Exactly.
That's basically the point of, you know, releasing stuff regardless of how many people are listening to it to begin with. If you believe in it, then it should be out there.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we talk about the videos and, you know, having content to promote stuff.
Right.
You know, so if you had you know, a budget to promote your, you know, YouTube channel, you know, however you would promote your YouTube beats, you know, you're going to put that in front of more people. The same thing with music, the same thing with art, the same thing with, you know, whatever you have to offer as a creator. You know, you give it a better chance to be seen if you know, have a marketing plan or strategy for it.
Yeah. And that just goes back to the family man thing. You know, it's like, man, I know where my money would be good at, but I know where my money should be. Yeah. You know, so.
Hey, dude, before any of this, I need a house. Right. I need food.
Right.
I need, like, you know, the thought of, you know, popping off and not needing that day job is always something that's in the back of my mind. Like, I'm working for that day right now.
Yeah. My fault.
Something on you?
I am tripping. I thought he was coming through this. Yo, my fault, guys.
No. You're good.
No, you're good, bro.
I understand. If I didn't know that dog, I'd be like, yeah, get that motherfucker away from me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I live here. I've been around him for over a year and a half at this point.
Yeah.
When I pull up and come through the door every day from work, he is trying to kill me. And I buy his food.
He's just a savage. That's all it is.
I lost where I was at. What was I saying? Please someone help me.
No clue. But I was gonna say, bro, just for old time's sake, let's play slide.
I don't even know if I have that.
I'm sending it to you right now,
Play
dude.
slide, please.
I'm gonna play slide.
Please.
Dude, 20 hurt my butt.
Remember when we played it on?
I didn't get to watch it. I think you told me about it, but I can't remember what happened.
Wait,
He hard passed me, bro.
who sent it in?
I thought you sent it in.
I didn't send it in.
I didn't send it in.
You know what?
didn't follow
I probably
him.
sent it in and didn't.
And I'm never
watch
gonna
the
follow him
live.
because he hurt my ass that bad, dude.
Well, see, that's the thing. And look, I mean, shout out to 20, you feel me, because me and 20 actually, I forgot to talk about it, but me and him was actually supposed to work, He's told me, he said
I believe it.
he wants me to come out the skip line. And I think it's more or less promoting the skip line and saying, hey, we got dope producers in here. But he said, he sent me some loops the other day and I'm cooking up on them, whatever. But the thing about 20 is I feel like it's just certain people with certain markets, and
Oh yeah.
and he's really, I'm not saying he's one laned, but I don't know if his realm is, as far as liking things, is out there like that. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, it's like spectrum of music that he fucks with.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's just whatever he made him money throughout the years. I think that's what he likes.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah,
Or-
for sure, dude. Because it's like,
I mean, it could be that. It could be a combination of his clientele right now. Or
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think. I think at least what I'm taking from what you say, maybe you don't see yourself necessarily aligned when it comes to your goals in music,
Yeah.
or
yeah.
the stuff that you want to work on,
Yeah.
or I don't know, whatever.
But as far as that song, it's hard. I
thought
listened
so,
to it on
too.
the way here.
we need to preface before we play this that this literally had nothing done to it after the initial like mixing.
It does kind of sound like shit, but it's dope.
So
like it.
when it got sent to him, I'm just trolling, by the way. I'm not like mad at 20. I mean,
Shout out to 20.
Yeah,
I
definitely
I
not.
get it, but it did.
20's
That
dope
was
as
the
fuck.
first time that something that I had done had got out, and someone that is kind of has a platform has heard my shit, or our shit, but and has said something negative about it, and I was like, damn, dude, like that.
Hey, but that's cool that they keep it real, though. You know what I'm saying? So
that's one. Yeah, you got to respect somebody who
Yeah.
keep it real.
I mean, and at the end of the day, like I said it on the last shit, man. If you have a song that you love and you're genuinely passionate about, that's not slide for me, but it still doesn't hurt my feelings. But that just means that you still got to release it. There are gonna be people that like it. There are gonna be people that don't like it. And not like I'm not gonna expect some crazy metalhead who listens to deathcore or death metal to listen to my fucking rap song for the first time and then be like, dude, this is awesome.
Right.
Like
yeah.
if they tell me it's shit, well then, dude, I'm not gonna be upset. I looked upset.
Yeah.
Waiakea, Hawaiian water
Yes, sir.
from this volcanic water. I need a little. I've been fucking with these people, bro.
Yeah, bro.
When
Get
it's
your sponsor,
cold,
man. Yeah.
This is some different water right here.
Get your sponsor, man.
Yeah, try. We'll try. But yeah, no, I know that now, and I've always known that. It's just when it got said out loud, not only
The initial
him,
blow.
It wasn't just him looking at me and going, "This sucks." It was him in front of like 400 people on a live.
So, dude,
I was like, "Fuck."
my years of joking in the studio didn't prepare you. Every time I say this song fucking sucks. Yeah, well, we'll record and I'll just be like, man, this song's dog shit.
Yeah,
This
I think
song
you
sucks.
said that when we were recording this song.
Hey, I was right.
Hey, no, but to be honest with you, 20 done me the same way too. I sent the beat in. I was like, I'm gonna send it in. I don't care. Yeah. And he was like, because he was like gas only. He was like, this is a mid.
Oh shit!
Damn.
I was like, God.
But that made you go harder.
It did.
You know, that's, you know.
Okay, well,
Anyways.
this is an unreleased song that all three of us did and probably will never be released. Thanks, 20, for killing my dreams.
I'm done. This shit is
Yes,
hard.
sir. Yes, sir.
DangLJ, you made this?
I didn't even know my tag was in this thing.
I got those bad bitches like no metal 22. Got that all black denim, but the ratchets all blue. I can't fuck with y'all boys, yeah, you boys are cartoons. I put money on your pillow like you lost a fucking tooth. Gotta pay me if you wanna play.
It's hard.
I thought so.
I'm gonna tell you when it didn't get hard. Like,
Maybe-
when it
maybe-
got soft. I'm gonna tell you when it got soft. I'm gonna tell you.
No, dude.
Watch. I'm gonna tell you when
It's hard. You had the little rasp and shit.
Yeah, but he probably was like with it until like this part.
I like this.
In the coop, we
Hey.
gon' ride.
Hey, hey, hey. I don't care. That's my song,
Hey,
bro. I
bro,
don't
that
care,
shit
yo.
hard. What?
That's my song, bro. I don't
That's
care.
awesome.
Now we can all agree though, not the same was just.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah, I was not good on that. I'm not playing
no,
that.
we're playing that.
I was the downfall. I'm telling you.
No, I was the downfall. Your hook was hard.
No, I wasn't
Oh.
hard.
I was on there just like not coherent. Don't even send that to me, bro. It's not getting played.
Yeah, you're lucky I don't have it on here.
I'm not lucky. I fucking turned the Bluetooth off.
I do have a song with 3 of them.
Yeah, play that. Oh, you playing it? That's hard. Hold on, play. Hey, we gotta start that from the beginning.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on. I'm just
Send we got. I want to hear that through.
That's crazy. I just found that. I didn't even know I had a song with him. I don't think he's released it yet. Probably not. Or that's probably why I don't know.
Okay. Another thing too, y'all artists need to start releasing this music that y'all make.
Hey,
That's a whole
that is
nother-
a reoccurring conversation.
and then we'll just have to have it again.
Dude, it's like a yin and
Exactly.
yang though, right? Like, because your philosophy on this is sound. It's right. It's
Yeah,
correct.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, put the music out, but there is a looming like insecurity with, and hopefully I can word it better than I did last time. If we are making hot music,
And you mean a looming insecurity? You would just say from like a
from the artist standpoint, not from the producer standpoint,
okay, but
from the guy that's slapping his face on it,
but
and
not
putting it
all
out there.
artists though.
What do you mean? Do all artists feel this way? Probably not.
I think he's speaking from a general standpoint.
Well,
right?
right, a general standpoint, but I think a select group, maybe like not necessarily. I don't want to, for lack of a better term, local artists, but I guess smaller artists who are still finding their sound and what works best for them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you say all artists, I mean, there are plenty of artists who have no problem dropping, you know,
Woozy.
their.
Did I say
mean-
all artists? If I did,
Well,
then
no,
my bad.
no. I mean, I just wanted to make that clear. I wasn't saying that you said anything. I don't think that.
Is there like a general population of people who are yes up and coming and yes comfortable with their sound that have no problem releasing music whenever it's done? I'm sure, but
That's not.
you'd be hard pressed to find an artist that doesn't have that insecurity. Like, yo, what if this fails? What if this doesn't pop? What if this is my hottest shit and nobody hears it?
Yeah.
I mean, you could be grinding away for months in the studio. We've done it. And then every song that you make the next time you go is better than the last one. So when does that stop? When do you find the single that you want to throw at the wall?
I feel like
That's a good question.
the only way you you can even know that if you put it out. I mean, if you think about it,
But
because
that's the looming insecurity
Yeah.
I was talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, now I have a fucking super dope song.
Yeah.
And I have 200 followers, and I have no idea how to get on Spotify.
Yeah.
But to me, the answer is that is you just. I think you just feel it because, like, I mean, I know there's the insecurity that prevents you from releasing it, right?
Mhm.
But I mean, there are just some songs that you just love that you feel like you need people to listen to.
It. Yeah.
At least I feel that way, but that's also means that, you know, that limits how much music that I have a part of or that I create that gets released
Yeah.
because I have such a hands-on process.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I was saying earlier, like I'm proud of everything that I've produced that's on Spotify. Like all the company songs, like had a blast making them.
Yeah.
We, you know, made decent songs at the very least.
You can tell though. You can tell. You can tell when it's genuine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can
Right.
just tell, you know? I mean,
Or like everybody like worked towards like, hey, let's make this a song.
it feels better.
Like it, you can tell that was the case. I feel like with all the songs that we've had out there.
Yeah.
Even Slide, I feel like I was
I mean, yeah, man.
to be honest with you, I felt good making that song with you guys. I did.
It was
you know
fun.
What I'm saying? It was just
And
like
I remember too, like I mean, Kit, you've been on the mic since God knows when.
one
right?
take Jake.
I mean, that includes your, you know, other musical endeavors.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, I mean, LJ was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can get on the mic. I don't know if I can do it. And then
I was told
the way
that.
that auto-tune hit that rasp, you were like, dude, I don't know, man. I just cracked my voice and stuff. I was like, no, bro, it sounds hard. And we left it in there. And yeah,
Dude.
I mean, I like the song. I mean, I wouldn't have trouble releasing it.
No, I want to release it. I'd like a little more work on that specifically, but
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
But yeah, I loved that song. It was just funny to me because of it, like the story behind that song, how it came together with just us three fucking around to it somehow ending up in 20's hands, not even being released, just like a fucking slap together post production, and then he shit on it, and I thought that was funny.
I feel like that's a good sign though. Sometimes it don't feel like that initially, but I feel like it's a good sign when somebody strongly feels a way about your music, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like if someone strongly doesn't like your music, then there's somebody out there who will strongly love it.
Yeah.
That's true.
In my
Dude,
opinion.
Yes,
you know?
sir. Gems.
Yeah.
Gems.
I don't
Because, I mean, dude,
Unless you're
you
Rebecca
have to.
Black.
Because, dude, there are so many people, dude, on this planet. Like, how you get that to people is one thing, but believing that no one will like it is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I don't even
it's
know if you
insane.
deserve to release music if you don't think at least one person's gonna like it.
Dude,
Because that's crazy, bro.
my parents loved it.
They loved
I
Slide.
swear on everything.
No, they did
They
not.
loved it. The only thing
that's
that
a-
they did not like about it is the fact that I said bitches. you know?
That's so funny that you say that, bro.
Yeah.
I
Because
said bitches too, right off the rip.
Right? You know?
my mom, like, never in my life, not even like when I was playing in like band and orchestral music, did she say like, I really enjoyed that music, Joseph. But like when she naturally, she hears a lot of music with me and Steez on it in my house. So I won't think that she's listening, but then she'll be like, oh, I like Steez because he doesn't use curse words.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that is one of the most wholesome things I've heard because, you know, I think it does say a lot about a person who can, you know, write a story or write lyrics or whatever without using, you know, those words to add the sprinkle.
Yeah.
They have, you know, other words that they can use to kind of color the conversation or whatever they're saying.
Nah, facts, for real.
I mean, definitely. I mean, because like back in the day, I mean, I mean, I guess I don't really remember too much music from back in the day, word for word. But I feel like I didn't hear as many, like.
Well, I thought the same thing, but that could have been that you were listening to the radio a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of songs that I would listen to, like, excuse me, mother, if you hear this podcast, but move, and you would hear get out the way, get out the way. I went to a gas station when I was younger one time. I heard move, bitch, get out the way,
Pull your fucking
get
line.
out the way, bitch, get out. Soulja Boy song, talking about. I mean. Soulja Boy,
Superman?
Man. Yeah, Superman, that whole, you get that. So that whole time I'm thinking that song was clean. And then, you know, so I mean.
But what about, like, I'm talking back in the day, like Motown.
Oh, so
are we hearing bad words in Motown? I mean, you could hear suggestive themes.
Yeah.
Like, so, like,
of
you know,
course.
getting it on.
Yeah.
But never like, fuck, girl, I'm going to fuck you. And,
right.
You know, I want my dick sucked. Sorry, this is purely for science.
I like that. I like that reason that he brings up. It's purely for science.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It is. But yeah, man. I mean, and I think like that's where our parents come from, listening to like classic music. I mean, you don't hear Michael Jackson saying shit like that.
Nah, you don't. And you're right.
You know,
and it's for everybody.
And then that's why he's internationally, like Costa Rica. Bro,
right.
They don't even listen to the music. Like, they do listen to the music we do, but they're still stuck in like
the 80s,
like
90s.
Back like the people.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, Elton John, Prince,
Yeah.
like just great artists.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just a testament to how much the music industry has changed. And like, I could talk about that for an hour because DSPs are fucking crooks half the time, and you know, the way you distribute your music now is different. Like, you can go platinum without having a radio single now.
Yeah.
And if that says a lot, because now you don't have to edit yourself at all. If you can go platinum without having to edit yourself, that is the goal.
Point. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you didn't hear cuss words from the Motown era or, you know, Michael Jackson or any of those people, because back then
they probably weren't allowed to.
People, I mean, they were so ingrained in the music industry. The labels really owned them.
Yeah. That's true. That's very true.
They knew off the rip. By the time someone heard their music, they were already famous.
Right.
That's how it worked back then. I mean, you had your local artists like Guns N' Roses and shit, and fucking, you know, Motley Crue that came up in L.A. doing the bar scene.
Yeah.
Like that, like the rock music from the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, you had that. But pop music, by the time the people loved you, you had been doing this for not very long.
Popular music. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But you know what's kind of crazy about those times back in the Motown era and all that? It's like now, back then, they might have sung about how they would ask a lady out properly, but really they was doing the same stuff that we're doing now behind the closed doors. Except worse. It was even worse. Now it's more cap now. Like, a rapper now would be talking about all that stuff that they do, but they go home to their families. These people back then,
go home to Call of Duty.
Right, Call of Duty, talking about shooting people. Yeah, you really are. You shoot people. But back in the day, you know, Motown, you know what I'm saying? You got these people, they singing about, you know, they might even say anything about God, you know, all that type of stuff, but they're really out here living like Larry. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's another testament to the times. A lot of these rappers, or just not even rappers, just musicians in general, man, they got to watch their back. So, yeah, they're going home and playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Jack Harlow had a line in a song where he talks about, I make a bitch sign paperwork. That's a reality to these people.
Yeah.
Because they're under so much scrutiny, under the public eye. Yeah, he's making a chick sign an NDA to fuck.
Yeah.
That's happening. That is a testament to times. Back then, no. There was no Twitter, no Instagram, nobody fucking, he's over here, paparazzi about to bust him up, dude.
Exactly. No. So you can get away with a lot of stuff. And also, I mean, like I said, I mean, that's when drugs are kind of starting to kick in kind of heavy. I mean, it was really heavy, except it was no awareness about them back then either. So it's just like, they're doing them. It's okay. I don't care, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, but that's always been something that's been associated with music. I mean, you know, the days of like speakeasies and all that stuff, you know.
Oh, you're going back to the speakeasies.
No, I mean, that's just an example
Tommy
of how
gun in the whip.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's an example how drug usage is ingrained in the culture and history of music. I mean,
all genres, too.
Like, fucking jazz is the genre that normalized fucking putting cigarettes in your mouth and taking a fucking album cover picture.
Yeah.
With like smoke and shit. Like, you think people fucking posing with backwoods is original?
No.
Man, Miles Davis been doing that shit.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
it's true. It's so true.
It really is, man. I mean, but, yeah. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
All right. So we talked about who you would want to work with locally, right? You said 3. You said
it's probably so many more too. I just
Mikey.
can't,
What about what's a dream placement for you? I need one person where if you get this placement, if you get this placement, we're not talking like financial or anything, just from like a moral
respect,
not moral, just from like an overall like how you feel, like you feel so good, right?
Oh, okay.
That like music could end and you would just be happy. You'd be okay if you got this placement. You could retire.
Oh man. Now I've never even thought about that question, but I'm gonna say this right here. It's gonna sound so cliche and so like, well, duh, probably everybody.
Probably mine too.
Drake.
Hey, Drake.
I'm gonna just be real because I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
isn't that what Saul said?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I can't. I'd have to go
think,
back.
But you gotta pay homage to that man. I mean, he's really.
Yeah, I mean,
he's really the GOAT, man.
Yeah, that's the dream placement for
everybody.
He's
dope.
He could be fucking 50 years old. That's still gonna be someone's. Yeah, I want Drake.
He can go any angle too. That's what I like because any angle, I can bring up any type of beat and he will hop on it.
Mm-hmm.
Could hop on it for sure.
And I mean, I don't know. I wasn't prepared for that question, so I really have to sit down and think about that. But off the rip right now. Just thinking right now,
the dream placement. I mean, that is the dream placement. People only rivaled by people like Jay-Z and Kanye.
Yeah,
like
Kanye.
I don't know, man. I mean, the first person I think of every time is Maxo Cream.
Is that the dream placement?
For me, yes, because I fucking love his music. I don't care about the clout or the status or like Drake is a great artist. Like I already said that, but. That's just somebody like I like to listen to his music, and if I heard his vocals on my track, I would be happy. Okay. I could retire and be happy. I don't care if it does numbers. I don't care about anything. Like, yeah, it would be cool to have Drake on a track too, but the first person, is that.
So okay, we're taking money away from it. We're taking the fame and notoriety from all of that.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, you can say Drake, bro. I mean, whatever your dream is, you know what I'm saying? I've dreamed about having Maxo Cream on a track.
No,
like that's something like I daydream about.
That's respect.
My beats aren't hard enough yet, but we're good. His anyways, keep going.
Respect. Okay, so you're asking. He's asking the question with no money, no notoriety, no nothing, just straight vocals. Who would you have on your track? And you said and Maxo Cream. Okay, I mean I can see that. I can see that. Now, let's add all the other stuff in. The fame, notoriety, and all that type of stuff. Who would you have on there then with all that type of stuff?
Probably Mac Miller. But I mean, that's obviously impossible.
You know what? I never really listened to Mac Miller like that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the same here.
I mean, he has good music, man. He's a great musician. I've seen videos of him cooking up in the studio, like playing the keys and stuff. Yeah. I've never really listened to his music like that, but that's also because that's an era of music or of hip hop that I never got into, like stoner rap, like Wiz Khalifa, Mac Miller. Yeah, you're talking about like the early shit. Yeah. I'm more. I liked a little bit of Currency and Trademark the Skydiver, but never really listened to.
I'm not even referring to that Mac. I'm referring to like circles and
right. Well, I think that's
swimming.
I think that's just a reason I never really gave it a chance or like listened to him or. But I mean, I know he's a good musician. I know he's a good artist.
Yeah. Okay,
but
this is somebody too. I forgot to mention this person, and y'all gonna probably look at me like I'm crazy too. But Soulja Boy,
that would be hard.
That would be hard.
Soulja Boy, I promise you. Honestly, I might trade it for Soulja Boy because I really do feel like that he changed the way the game is. I mean, and it's obvious. You know, it ain't nothing that I'm saying is that it's new. Everybody knows he changed the game. He changed the way we make beats, and a lot of people don't realize that, but he really have. I mean, a lot of people wasn't using FL Studio.
Yep.
He made that a thing. I mean, Kanye called him and said, "Dude, how you get your 808 sound like that?" He was like, "Dude,
I mean,
I'm using
he
FL."
changed the music business.
He did,
and I mean, at least like the culture of how to, you know, go about, you know, establishing yourself. You know, he did it all himself.
That's perfectly true.
He's self-made. He is someone who has transcended the typical lifespan of what they say for like artists or you know, whatever. He's been relevant in pop culture since he's been a been a thing. He's been relevant in some kind of way.
He's been doing it out the house since before doing it out the house was possible.
Right. I mean, if you got to say it, he's a pioneer, and I mean, seriously, I mean that's somebody I would love to have on my beats. I would. Soulja Boy, and his bars are not, you know.
So you said a dream kind of collab for you would be Drake,
Mac Miller. But I mean, if we're like kicking it down a tier, I mean.
Oh, whoa! No, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean you are, dude. I mean you have the dream placements. The dream placements are a space for a select few.
I'd probably say Young Thug, Gunna.
I'm gonna say Kendrick.
I would like to have placement.
I would like to have a placement with Kendrick. Kendrick is. I'm gonna tell you, Kendrick really has a good way with words. I really do. His flow is more than anything in his music. I feel like just listen to his different flows. Just like Biggie. Biggie, he would say some clever stuff too, but it's really his flow. His flow was like jazz. Yeah. And Kendrick has that same type of. I ain't gonna say the same exact way, but he has that same way he can make you feel when you listen to his music. You know, it's like, you know,
it's calculated.
You know, yeah, and
it's percussive. It goes with the music. I think that's it. And you're a drummer, so
right, and that's what I'm attracted to.
Ears, yeah. No, and that's one thing. You know, I approach hip hop like so. Remember when we were playing that song earlier, right? I was really listening to the beat more than the vocals. But you know, if you have a good flow, it just feels like a percussion instrument in the background. If I'm really not trying to listen to, because I mean, I really was. I mean, the beat was so hard, I was just listening to it. But you know, that percussive element. I mean, that's why you have the different accents and you know, switch ups here.
That's why I love flows.
Yeah.
If you have a nice flow, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna listen to your music. You could be saying some really crazy, wild stuff, but if you have a good flow and it sounds good with the beat, I'm gonna listen to your music. You know. Now, I mean, I am going to go back and look at the words on Genius or something, and if you're saying something too outlandish to the point where I just don't mess with it, you know, then.
Dude, that happened to me the other day. No, seriously, Kevin Gates has a song where it went from one of his songs to like it kind of sounded like a love song.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was just vibing out the window, just looking, not paying attention. And then I went to go play it again later for Brittany. And she just kind of looked at me funny. And he was talking about like, one of the first lyrics was, I thought it was legal to beat your bitch. I was like, I was like, I didn't hear that. Nah, I was just listening to the beat. I was listening to how his voice clashed against the beat.
Exactly.
And I was like,
funny as
oh my God.
Okay.
Bro, that's hardcore, dude.
I had a moment like that too, except I wasn't vibing out with the song at all. I want y'all to think I was vibing out with the song. The video just dropped. I just had to see what everybody was talking about. All right. Call Me By Your Name. Freaking song with Lil Nas X. I was not vibing out to this, okay? I'm just letting y'all know, make that clear, you know. But everybody was talking about it, so I just wanted to see what everybody was saying. And nobody would give me detail. It was like, dude, you got to watch this. This is crazy. And I'm like, all right, you know. So I watch it, and of course the video is just freaky, you know. I ain't even going to get into all that. But he said a line, bust one in your mouth while I'm riding.
Stop.
Fire. That's a bar.
Bro, I'm like, let me rewind that because there ain't no way. He said, "Bust one in your mama, right?" He said something like that, and I was like, "Maybe let me look it up because this can't be what he
I had to
said."
triple check it.
Right,
Dude.
and he said that, and I'm like,
Oh shit.
so I said, well, let me go look up the genius in this. I said, maybe let me get what his mindset was on this. He was
Did
like,
he do a rap?
yeah, he did. I watched it, and I mean, it was like a 24 hours right after, and he was like, yeah, sometimes I think it's time for me to get out of pocket sometimes, and I just wanted to say something out of pocket, and I was like, oh,
Definitely out of pocket.
that's definitely out of pocket.
I mean, hey, bro, to each their own,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on that.
No, I'm not. I'm not hating,
but that boy sus.
That's he just I'm just.
Have you seen those videos of that guy Aiden Ross?
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Have you seen that? It's a dude. He was like with Moneybag Yo
He always
and another
does,
guy, and he
yeah.
was like freestyling in front of him.
Nah,
And he just says like sus shit, and Moneybag was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, okay. Nah, I get what you're saying. What's the name does the same thing. Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
he does.
Dude be
Man.
on some sus stuff. He's funny.
Jack
to me.
Harlow does that shit too.
Yeah.
Jack Harlow's
Jack,
funny
yeah.
as fuck.
Jack is funny.
Yeah, he but this dude Aiden Ross has made like a whole YouTube career out of like chilling with rappers.
I know what you're talking about. He's real like spastic type.
Yeah. He's a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
That tells you
he
anything
does
about
game.
his personality.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, dude, he actually had like a serious like beef. Well, it wasn't serious, but it was real beef between him and Polo G.
Really?
Because he did that shit on camera with Polo G, and it turned into like a whole thing on YouTube, and Aiden laughing about it and Polo being like, "That's not fucking funny to me, dude."
Hey, yo, at the end of the day, I can't really, if I'm a rapper like that, I can't really beef with a Twitch streamer. I know that person is not.
Yeah,
about
they're literally there. Like their brand is
to troll.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't, if I'm getting beef with somebody like that, I'm not really a gangster.
Yeah, and maybe like someone like Polo G doesn't want to really have footage of him being a part of something like that.
Yeah.
Which completely understand.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit. I mean, like you said, I'm not going to beef with somebody over that, or if I'm this high profile person. But I'm at the same reason, like same time. But like I don't want that. Because people are gonna meme the fuck out of that shit, or like,
it could stem further than that.
And
it could just be like,
it could hurt
dude, don't
somebody's
respect
career.
me.
Like I don't know if Kenny Beats was joking about it or not, or how if it really affected his career. But when fucking Vince Staples came on his cave and called him the police, then he said that's actually affected his career, or like at least to the extent of people coming out and trolling him, and calling him the police and like blowing him up on Twitter or Instagram or shit.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it could have a negative connotation, but one good thing about it is too, though, it keeps your name in rotation.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
So you can take it one way or another, but if everybody's talking about you in that way, well, everybody's talking about you. So I mean, I don't know.
I mean, maybe more so for Kenny Beats, but. Yeah, if you're coming around calling me 12, calling me a snitch, and that's what, then subjectively, that's what I get connotated with. Like, that is now my fucking
and there are artists
MO is the
really
12 snitch guy. Like, nah, there's a fucking problem there, dude.
Yeah.
But I wonder if there are artists that really like are about that shit, right? And then they're like, well, wait, what if this guy is actually,
Can't be around him now.
Can't be around him now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. We're all speculating here, of course, but that would be crazy.
Probably pissed me off, to be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely.
So I understand. Like, if we're talking about the reality of it, yeah, I'd probably be like actually pissed off that now I'm the 12 snitch guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you want to be funny.
Like Vlad.
Yeah.
Vlad, dude.
Or like when fucking Zach Fox came on the cave and made that freestyle about depression, Jesus is the way, or Jesus is the one. Like fucking pull his pants down and fucking doing some crazy shit. Like, I mean, I'm not sure that. I mean, Kenny Beats is been doing what he likes
He's off
to do.
the wall, man. But I like his style and setup.
Yeah, I mean, he's dope, man. He's super dope. He always shares gems on his Twitch, and he'll be real with people like when he's, critiquing beats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I just wonder how that affects people. I mean, if for better or worse, like not, I just wonder if it does.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. The baby went on stage wearing a fucking diaper.
That's true.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, stuff like that, you just got to take it one way and another.
Damn, that's a great fucking example.
It is. Because, I mean, all that type of stuff that
and
he
it was
doing.
at fucking
South by Southwest.
South by Southwest.
Big ass show.
I mean, bro, but I don't know, man. I fuck with that because really, like,
the self troll is a different tier. It's a different level.
Like when we were in bands and stuff, and there's always that question that you have with your bandmates, like, should we have an image, like. Because, like, when we were in music, there were some bands around us who would, like, wear the same thing or, like, try and look uniform, right? Or, like, have, like...
a windbreaker
like,
thing.
Or, like, the Lorelei, they did, like, the fucking black suspenders and pants with white shirts to look like, whatever. I guess retired past...
Didn't Upon a Burning Body do that? Didn't they wear the bow ties?
Some shit like that. So, but anyways, my point with that is that the more that you present yourself as a character or someone who's not afraid to, be goofy or even, someone who is in the mindset of I'm a performer and an entertainer, I think people really kind of, like respond to it at the very least. Gravitate to it. It would be ideal. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, when you do something like that, you got to be comfortable and know.
Yeah, you gotta know that this isn't gonna fucking backfire on me and I'm gonna look stupid.
I mean, even if it does, like people, like we talked about music, man, some people will either see a stunt like that or listen to your music and not like it.
Yeah.
Or see that stunt
and just fall in love.
Or listen to your music, right? And, be like, yo, that's fucking cool. That's funny as fuck. And then, if you think about it in terms of how that relates to his music videos, all his music videos are goofy as shit.
Yeah.
So
real good.
That's him. I mean, I fuck with that. That's him. You know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to, he's really identifying with, who he feels like he is, and you just do that shit.
Yeah. I mean, people, like you said, people are attracted. People are attracted to
leaving the windows open was a mistake. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It feels good though.
It does.
But like I said, people are attracted to characters. I mean, think about just watching TV.
That's why ASAP Ferg is one of my favorite rappers.
Oh yeah, dude, his live shows are crazy.
Just ASAP Mob in general, they just dope. And like I said, it's just like watching TV. You're not gonna watch anybody who's just bland and has no type of personality. Mm-hmm. You're gonna gravitate, or you're gonna find somebody on that show that you relate to a lot because it's a character they playing. It's getting like that way with music, I mean,
Special K said that same thing the first time I met Special K. He was like, I gotta get into the mode. I gotta get, it's almost like getting into character.
Mm-hmm.
I've never felt like I had to like get into a character to perform or like.
Yeah.
I
mean, I feel like, I think, there's definitely like, people who I think will approach it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I know I would, in a similar way, like before, maybe this was just due to inexperience, but like when I went on tour for those short few dates, like, dude, I mean, I didn't have very much live stage performance experience, but I was about to go play in front of 2,500 people, sold out shows.
Yeah.
So I had to be like, I got to channel what I see in these hardcore music videos, like, or else like, I don't know. I mean, I had to hype myself up that way. I mean, I've never been a rapper. I've tried to sing songs and write songs. Most of them are just demos and ideas.
Yeah.
But if I ever am on the mic, I mean, whether character is a good word or I need to channel something and get into this mindset of, I don't only want to just say what I have in my phone. I want to feel that shit and perform it. I mean, if that's the same thing, maybe, but yeah, I've never, had enough experience to really.
Yeah, I'm a piggyback off of him. I feel like what you're saying, you don't feel like you have to ever turn on a different person.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like with me, and I think what he's saying too, is like, I'm still the same person, but I'm going to turn on a different mode. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a different mode of me. Yeah. Like, it's okay. Yeah, like I'm chill 1. LJ right now. 2. Yeah, I'm chill LJ. I'm but when it's time to make beats, or when it's time to be in front of people, and I have to have a different mode. Like, I'm gonna be not cocky, but I'm gonna be sure about what I'm doing. It's just gonna be a different, not a whole different me, but just a different mode of me. Same me, just different mode.
Yeah, that must have been alcohol for me.
Okay,
that probably is what made the mood for me. But lately, I haven't felt like I've gone in there and turned the key on to like a brand new person.
What's funny is that looking back on like tracks that we do and stuff, like, I don't know if, maybe the artists that channel this character or whatnot is because they are literally, doing this for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
I don't think you personally make music just for entertainment. I think you make it for, yourself. I've made tracks with you that are personal to you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, entertainment is a broad word because you are sharing it for people to also be able to relate and enjoy it. But for purely entertainment, I wouldn't say that that's what you release music for.
No, I wouldn't say that. I think it's a passion.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess you could call it a passion. More, I would label it more therapy. And I feel like more artists should do that.
Ooh, okay.
Because like, there's a lot of shit in your daily life that you can't say.
Yeah.
You just got to body that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you come at it from a musical perspective, yeah, sure, you can label it as just like, this is cap, this is just entertainment. But really, it's coming from a place.
Okay. Nah, I feel you on that.
You got any gems for some up and comers? That was me changing the subject.
Man, any gems. Well, okay. Well, I said it earlier today. When you're pursuing music, and I'm not there yet, so I'm still trying to figure out my way now.
But there's definitely things that
you've learned. And you've applied and said, this works, this does not work.
Right. And the thing that I think people need to be, producers, even artists need to be focused on is staying focused. It's like not looking at social media, Instagram, Facebook, all that type of stuff, and looking at the things that people have or what they're doing. And you're like, man, I want those things, or, I want to have those things, and getting those things before you actually get the career going that you have. I feel like you need to focus on your career, and then other things will come around that.
Yeah.
Like you want a girlfriend so bad, or you want a car. Yeah, I mean, you need a car, but you know what I'm saying? You want the things so bad.
Yeah.
That comes with the career.
Definitely.
But you need to get the career settled before you do that.
While you're in no position to, support a partner.
Right.
Or, share things with a partner.
Exactly.
You have nothing to share.
Exactly.
Besides emotion and, physical benefits.
Right.
So, I mean, I definitely completely agree with that. If music's really what you want, then learning to make that a career. That's something that I had to figure out due to a unfortunate circumstance, like when COVID started.
Right.
I was forced to, feel like what I felt was a step backwards, but in reality was actually a huge fucking door that just slammed open and was
real
like,
talk.
Yo, you want to walk through the shit, or
real talk? Or you just gonna mope?
Exactly. So then I really started to take making music serious, and okay, how can I make money with music?
Exactly.
And it's not always necessarily easy. it's not like I have a 9-to-5 job that, you know, gives me the security of knowing I'm going to get a paycheck whenever this, that, or the third. Yeah. But I have, you know, different gigs that, you know, musicians have gigs, right? And I got to start thinking like a musician. I'm a musician. Yeah. Like, and if I don't want to be doing shit that I don't want to do, like I have to say, okay, what skills can I monetize that I have? So, you know, I teach this here. You know, I'll teach music production, and then I'll also, you know, sell some beats. Yeah. I'll work with an artist and record them and mix and master their song. So it's learning how to, you know, do that. And then, you know, at least I know that every hour I'm spending doing something is either because I choose not to do music or I'm doing music.
Right.
You know?
And there's no cap. That's and it doesn't matter how long it takes. It really don't. You know?
Right.
You know, it doesn't matter. But you got a guy like you said yourself, you know, you teach music. It's about music, right? And see, that's because you put yourself in a position where you're not having to do anything else. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to take care of a kid. You don't have to take care of a family.
Right.
You don't have to do this right there. It's optional. You can, if you want a family, you can be like, okay, let me go start a family. I mean, no, it's not that easy.
No,
but you get what I'm saying? But you know,
you can start the process anytime.
And I'm definitely not in a position where, you know, I would even be comfortable to do that. Like I'm still feeling the effects from, you know, last year, but like I said, the door opened and it gave me an opportunity to start thinking that way. And while, you know, I'm definitely not where I want to be in terms of that, right? You know, because like you said, I mean, you know, it's natural for someone to, you know, want to start a family and, you know, things like that. So I'm older than both of y'all. So, you know, those instincts are probably kicked in more so. I mean, even though you've already, you know, been there and done that. But, you know, staying focused is hard. You know, that's crazy that you're here telling me about that. You know, those are things that, you know, I think about and try to internalize every day. And, you know, for people listening, like, you know, whether it's music that you want or it's this, that, or, you know, whatever, it's, you know, it really applies to everything, you know, focus. Yeah. Right. Just what do I need to do to obtain that?
Exactly.
Because like my first goal when I got back was, how am I going to make money?
Yeah.
And not hate myself while I'm doing it. Like,
that's the big question.
Right. And I couldn't go back. Like, as much as I needed to like make money and pay my bills, like I couldn't go back to a retail job. I couldn't go back to, you know, something that wasn't music because I had been doing music for the last 3 years and making money, even though, you know, it was primarily teaching as a full-time job.
But
it's music. You're right. It's music. I play music every day and get paid to do it. It was a blessing.
That's a dream.
So So I had to keep that. I can't go back.
No,
so I just had to find a way to make that happen. So, you know, sometimes like being pushed against the wall makes you, you know, you got to decide what to do, you know, under pressure.
And see, that's the thing. You know how you said, you know, I make music every day. I get paid for it, you know, and that's truly a dream. That's a dream for all of us. And but in a situation that I'm in, that I put myself in, there's no option for me to. I mean, there is an option, but it's really no option for me to say that I have to get the bread and bring it home.
No,
absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. No, and I'm not. But anything that I said was not to.
Oh no! But I'm just saying that it's just another example.
There are different,
right?
Yeah, there are different things.
Exactly.
You know,
and see, that's why you should do that. Yeah. You should focus. That's my gem for everybody today. For anybody watching this, make sure you're doing like you said. You know, was true to you. Make sure you're putting all into that, because the other stuff will come.
Yeah.
It's human nature, bro. Like that stuff will come. But you know what I'm saying? It's going to feel a lot better. It's going to be a lot easier, I say, because I'm going to still get it either way it goes, you know? But it's gonna be a lot easier doing it the way that you all are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot easier that way because you already got the career down. All right, you're starting to see the revenue, you're starting to see the things that coming from that,
Right.
and now you can take care of a family and not have to worry about different things.
Right.
You know,
and it takes people longer. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, dude, I'm 29. Like, and it's like, I mean, I knew at the age of 27 that my career was going to be music because I was teaching full time and also doing beats. But this feels more kind of on me than it felt when I was in Charlotte.
yeah,
But you know, regardless of how you get it, you have to know like what you want. You can't just expect things to happen
you're right.
to randomly come to you. Like for example, you don't get a job by not applying to one, right?
Right.
Yeah,
So, you know, if you're not putting yourself in a position to be seen or to use your skills in order to create a revenue for yourself, then you're probably not going to get a revenue from the skills that you want. You got to, you know,
yeah,
show them, hey, I can do this, and
exactly.
or figure it out. I mean, like I said, with musicians, it's more like you look at things as gigs. Like you're not gonna your career is to do things music related that people will pay you for. And then a skill that you need to learn is budgeting. I am terrible at budgeting.
Yo,
but you have to learn.
Yeah,
Like, because you got, okay, kid, food, wife, electric bill, apartment, that makes you budget.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
and I'm still terrible.
so, you know, with all that being said, you know, those are things that you have to, you know, as you get older and learn and, you know, to do it sooner than later.
Yeah.
Don't do it when you're 29.
Yeah,
Not that anyone in here is 29.
shoot, that's another gem. Budgeting.
Budgeting for sure.
That
dude.
will make your life so much easier.
And I would never budget if I didn't have a great woman that does it for me. It is on the refrigerator right now. She writes it all down, and I Venmo the money, dude. Out the door.
Hey, out the door.
There you go.
This is what I
here.
need.
Yeah.
Got you.
Shout out to good women.
Hey, so one thing I kind of want to share, depending on who's watching this, because, you know, it may be someone who wonders how music is made, interested in making music for the first time soon, or someone who already makes music. But DangLJ is a hard producer that, I mean, at this point, super dope. But there's one thing that's different about you, and most producers that I know use Fruity Loops.
Oh yeah.
I've dabbled in Fruity Loops. It's a little bit more difficult than I had imagined. Maybe it's just because, you know, that shit that they say about old dogs is true.
Yeah.
They can't learn new tricks. I use Ableton, and I used to use Logic, which is what I started out on. But you use Logic to make the hard ass beats that you put people on. So I want to know how you got into Logic. Did you just start it, and maybe elaborate on that further once you've kind of talked about how you got to that point, and then elaborate further on your process on, like, maybe what do you do first, drums, like all that stuff.
Well, like I said before, like when I was 13, I had that little dog on
okay,
my phone.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was learning little stuff on that right there, and then I said I want to learn how to make beats. So I started just looking it up on YouTube, you know, like little stuff. And the first people that come up was Southside, you know, 808 Mafia, that type. It was doing that area. And I saw what program they were using. It was called FL Studio, you know, Fruity Loops. I was like, that sounds weird.
Yeah.
But I got my mom's old computer, and I kind of like, you know, downloaded the little free trial joint. And it was like, the computer was so old and terrible. It just kept getting froze up. So I was like, I just didn't mess with it. I was like, whatever. So I just kept making beats on my phone. And one day, shout out to my aunt. My aunt she's a true G.
Hey, shout out LJ's aunt at LJ's aunt.
Yo, she's a true G for real, and she is so in tune with the youth as far as like the cousins and my brother. She's so in tune with us. She always, you know how most grown people that don't really pay attention to you at that age, whatever. But she actually would
stuck in their ways.
You're right, but she would look at you and be like, okay, that sounds dope. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. She booked a session with me, and I call him my OG because he's the one that got me into like making beats professionally. But
okay,
yeah, this dude named Jason. Shout out Jason Martin. He's the truth.
Jason,
and he's like,
you created a monster.
Yeah, for real. He was back. He actually made beats with Timbaland before. Like he does a lot of soundtrack for movies and all that type of stuff. But mainly his stuff he do is for the church. All that type of stuff. When he was younger back in the day, like, he was doing it early 2000s and stuff. So my aunt, they surprised me. My aunt and my parents got together and they surprised me on my 16th birthday at his studio. My first time ever walking into a studio, a full studio. And I'm like, yo. Yeah. And I'm just looking around. I'm like, what is happening? And I had to make a beat on the spot. And I didn't even know what was going on, so I was nervous. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I gotta find that beat. The beat is so trash, but nevertheless, it was my first little thing going on, and also that's my first tag, Jizzle.
Jizzle.
It was Jizzle. Anyways, stop. Yeah,
that's the sound I made.
Yeah. Okay. Look. That was funny. I ain't gonna lie. But so after all that was said and done, I was talking to him. I'm still in contact with him to this day. And I was talking to him. I was like, man, I don't have all this. How I'm gonna make beats? I'm thinking you need all of that.
Yeah.
To make beats. The speakers, the little mixing board. All that different type of stuff. I'm thinking you need that. Mm-hmm. He was like, all you need is a computer and some software. Yeah. And I was like, okay. Well, have you heard of FL Studio? He was like, yeah, but nah, we ain't gonna use that. He gave me some software. He said, get your mom to buy your computer and I'll give you the software. I was like, okay. So my mom bought me a computer that day, and I went back to him. And dude, like I didn't even know what I had on there. He put the whole first of all he put Logic on there, which I was kind of disappointed because I knew
Logic Pro 10.
No, at that time it was Was it 10?
It's the X, right?
Yeah, X. It was Logic Pro X. Yeah, I was getting confused. 0.5s, 0.46, all that type of stuff. But yeah, it was 2012, 13 around that time. So yeah, so he put Logic on there, and I was a little disappointed because I was like, I wanted FL, but it's whatever. I make anything work, and I was making beats on there, and I didn't even know. Like now, I appreciate it, but he put the whole Waves bundle pack on there. Yep. And I was like, at that time, I didn't even know it was
gold mine. Was it the platinum, the bundle, or the diamond bundle, gold bundle?
I think it was the gold bundle. Yeah, or something
that's the one I have.
It was the older one though, and it kind of bit me in the butt when I updated lately because when I updated to the newest software, a lot of them don't even show up. It just the controls show up, but the inner the little what's the name, the graphics don't show up anymore. But whatever, I still use it. And but yeah, and that's when I started using Logic through that way, and like you said, old dog new tricks. I just got so used to Logic. I started watching tutorials on Logic, and I was like, I just gotta stick to it because this is what I know. So
I use Mixcraft. Shout out all my Mixcraft gang.
Hey.
Just kidding. I don't even do that.
Well, dude, you were engineering yourself for a while. How long did it take you to spend in the fucking computer screen figuring out, a sound that you could listen to without wanting to, puke?
Well, I will say this, having no musical background.
I heard some of your stuff, and you actually did a great job, mixing yourself.
Yeah, but dude, I didn't know that you had to put your auto-tune in key for a whole year.
I didn't either.
Sheesh, I'm done with y'all.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. I think a lot of people.
I guess it's It's not very straightforward. Like, it's misleading. I mean, auto-tune, if you just throw it on there, you just...
That was my thought. But see, I don't know any of this shit. I'm not a musician. I've only ever used my voice forever. Yeah. That's why, like, you know, any project I've ever been a part of, I'm like extremely grateful for the people that make the music, because without that, I would be talking on nothing. Yeah. You know, so.
That's true.
Well, I mean, I would say you're a musician. I mean, in the traditional sense of playing an instrument, but the voice is an instrument.
Yeah.
You know, and it also, I had a conversation with a guy. You know, are you really a musician if you don't release music? You know, I consider somebody who plays the guitar but only plays it in their bedroom and never plays for anyone or shares music with anyone, not a musician, before I consider you who uses your voice, whether you might not know what the fuck you're doing on a theory basis, level, but you still share music. I consider you a musician before I would consider the other person a musician. And that's because, I mean, the essence of music is to be sharing. You know, who the fuck is going to organize a band just to play for each other? Like, dude, good solo, bro. No one's ever going to hear that, but good solo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to fucking stand up and, yo, that flute was hard. No one's ever going to hear this. I practice 5 hours a day to play this shit. But, hey, man, no one's ever going to hear it. No. People share music for a reason. It's meant to be shared. It's meant for entertainment. It's meant to be consumed by people. So, you know, with that being said, man, are you even a musician if you don't share your music? In my opinion, that's a no. Yeah. So, yeah, I had to correct you. My bad. My bad. You got to give yourself some credit.
So we're about to run out of time here with the batteries.
Fuck it, dude. Just let it keep going. I mean, because on Spotify, I mean, you can listen to it while you're at work. Yeah. So, I mean, but what we can do, take a break.
Well, I want all 4 batteries fresh for the next one coming up.
Ah, you're right. Well, then, go ahead and just take the batteries out. We can keep rolling on the audio.
I mean...
He don't want to talk to you no more, LJ. God damn.
I'm thinking about I'm thinking about the final product, and like I want it to be seamless. And eventually, I'll get more batteries.
It's okay, man. Let it roll. Let it roll. Eventually, you get more batteries. They heard it first on episode 3. We're gonna have more batteries soon. Until then, you know, we're gonna take an intermission and take these batteries out, and then y'all might hear from us again. Y'all might not.
Well, if we don't, then shout out some people that you're working with, like. Just shout out anybody you got going on.
All right. Of course, No Limit, you know, Shay Chin. Kane. Kane is really, I think he's gonna pop soon. Retro. A lot of shout out, I forgot to shout out these people. Shout out Dream Team. Shout out Cookout. Dream Team. Dallin's really been doing a lot of networking. I got songs on people's albums I don't even know yet. I haven't checked yet, but they're like verified artists, and I'm like, dang, why haven't I even, you know what I'm saying? But I can't name right now. I think I can name maybe one off the top of my head, but it's multiple. I just can't name them right now. Yeah. And this one's gonna be funny. Y'all heard of that? It was viral like maybe 2 years ago. Like, pew pew pew. It's a chopper. That lady.
Yeah.
I'm on her album now.
What?
Dude, that song, I wish I would have sent you that. She didn't send me the
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know that pew, pew, pew,
man, I don't have the...
It's a chopper. Yeah.
Yeah.
The song, the beat dope as crap, but I'm gonna be honest.
It was like
with
a
you.
TikTok or some shit.
Yeah, she's trying to do it TikTok way. She's trying to the TikTok way, the comedy way.
Yeah.
It's a very funny song. It's talking about, you know, Mike.
That's one thing I believe. Comedy and music go hand in hand. But anyways, plug what you got going on so before the camera's out. So you said the pew pew pew.
Yeah,
I don't. You have it. You're on her album.
I'm on her album. I think it's Aunt Hammy. I can't remember
what drops are you looking forward to the most?
Oh man, I'm really because I think I let you listen to it, but this artist I'm working with, I'm really excited about her. Shay Chin.
Yeah.
She has a song that's called...
Sauce told me about her. And then when you put that in the chat, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, okay. Must Be Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that sound like a radio hit.
Yeah,
To me, it does.
You can't play that, but
I cannot play that. She will not let me play that.
yeah,
Okay.
Because I tried to even post it on my Instagram. She was like,
Is it not
no.
released?
It's not released.
Okay.
She said she's going
That
to
makes
shoot a
sense.
video for it actually today.
Mm-hmm. That's dope.
And so she's going to get that going. Honestly, I mean, she has that sound that I like from a female.
Yeah.
You know?
She can sing.
Yeah, she can sing.
Oh,
And-
she's a singer? Dope. Okay.
Yeah. But she also can rap too, because I
Yeah.
got some other unreleased stuff that we made, and she's straight just killing the bars too. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, on some Carly Rae type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't exactly remember like the track. I don't know if she's like a singer, but she can sing.
She can sing. She definitely surprised me,
Yeah.
because all the stuff that I've seen from her was rapping. But when she
Right.
got emotional with this one, and
Right.
I ain't gonna say emotional, but she got, you know, in her feelings with this one, and I was like, that sounds good. I really feel like she should be doing that a lot more, you know.
Yeah.
But you know,
Okay. So say Shay Chin.
Shay Chin, most definitely. And God, it's another one too out there. Golly. Another man. Oh yeah. CG the Boss. He's actually from my hometown.
Okay.
Yeah, and his style's a lot similar to No Limits. I just feel like I feel like we need to develop a little bit more with his sound, but I feel like he can definitely bring it too. So
Word.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah, we could definitely call it. I mean, we got like 2.5 hours worth of material. I mean, that's fire. Do you want to pick a song to close with?
you know, I told Marita about the song that I wanted to close with. Stay Up, you know.
Oh, you want to close with Stay Up?
I did.
And they ain't gotta wear a hat.
Woo! That's hard too, though.
We can definitely close with Stay Up if that's what you want.
Yeah, I close with Stay Up because you know that's all three of us, you know.
Hell yeah.
So
Hey, yo, that's
Stay Up by Company.
DangLJ, you made this?
Bloodshot, back shots. In my head, I ain't get enough last time. We get it popping on drugs just to pass time. And I'm feeling for that bitch like the last line. Like the last line. Bloodshot, back shots. Like the last time.
I know this song sounded familiar.
Father bean just to stay up. I'm with your bitch and we laid up.
Joe's mom's not gonna like that.
She a fiend, she got the beat, she wanna take drugs. Above the bean just to stay up. I'm with your bitch and we laid up. I hit it easy like a layup. She a fiend, she got the beat, she wanna take drugs. She a fiend and I know she want me bad. I hit it overseas, I hit it from the back. Ay, she trying to tell me I'm the best she ever had, but I'm too worried about my paper, I won't ever hit her back.
Hey.
She always hit my line, that bitch psychotic. She wanna smoke gas, cause I can cop exotics. Lambo switch gear, but I might ride the Audi. Shawty on my dick, she did a split, I did the dash, I'm outie. Bloodshot, back shots. In my head, I ain't get enough last time. We get it popping on drugs just to pass time.
Yeah, man, you killed
And I'm
this
feeling
shit,
for
bro.
that bitch like the last line. Like the last line. Bloodshot,
As soon as I
back
heard it,
shots.
that was the one.
Like the last time. Above the bean just to stay up. I'm with your bitch and we laid up. I hit it easy like
He
a
sent me
layup.
those
She a
melodies.
fiend, she got the beat, she wanna take drugs. Above the bean
That's
just
the
to
vibe
stay up.
that I got from it.
You say you were a marching band? I can tell you were a marching band. Because you know, like you know the importance of like, you know, getting quiet and getting soft and like, you know, I mean, because when you're a marching band, you have different movements and like you have the slow movements and then you have the parts of each movement where you get quieter and then you get louder and then
Yeah.
like you understand the importance of that,
Yeah.
of dynamic.
Really.
But yeah, thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you, LJ. Big round of applause for LJ. At DangLJ. Thank you, man.